Bon dia. Good morning. How are you guys? I'm a little early today because of CPI. But before going to CPI, I would love to show you the calendar. I know very less people are over here because the session is not started yet. But as we have CPI, I have to come a little earlier. So I really would love to cover the CPI today. Before going to CPI, I would love to draw your attention to this calendar, which I'm going to use the Forex Factory calendar. You can use any other calendar if you want. Over here, this is Wednesday. So this is today's news. Okay, so around 8:30 we have, by the way, can you hear me? Hey Kisizeb, good morning. No voice. Hello, hello, hello. It should be okay. Hear me. Okay, okay. I think Shachin, you have to check your internet connection or the speaker. I don't know. Can hear. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Donichu, hello, brother. Shachin, Kisizeb, DB, Akshay, thank you so much. I really would love to cover a bit the calendar before all the greetings. Then we will talk about, because around 8:30 we have the news, so we have 25 minutes. If you take a closer look over here, we have 8:30 CPI. So CPI news or data is going to release around 8:30. Before 8:30, no trade is valid. Don't try to predict the run around 8:30. Don't do that. After 8:30, try to take some entries in between 8:31 to 8:59 or maximum 9. After 9 to 9:30, don't try to trade any kind of entry. Don't try to take it. It can be so beautiful, but don't try to take it. It's my request. If you want to be a disciplined trader, you should not trade in that area. I am saying you can observe, and after observing you will see that 90% of the time 9 to 9:30 is the seek and destroy, or something like not moving anywhere. It's just range bound, something like that. 9 to 9:30. Sometimes it's beautiful, but most of the time 9 to 9:30 is really difficult to trade. So just for sometimes or few times, I should not take the risk, because few times it works and most of the time it doesn't work. So I should not take the risk in between 9 to 9:30 a.m. You can try from 8:31 to 9 a.m. New York local time. You can try. If there is something very cool to you, then you can go for that. Good morning, Crypto Keeper. Dear Money, good morning. Bonzia. Alex, good morning. Now, around 10, we have Fed Chair Powell testifies. Okay, the same guy I had yesterday. Fed Chair Powell testifies. Now, yesterday I was expecting it will be disaster, but it was really so nice. I will talk about that as well. It was really so nice yesterday, but today I have this testifies as well. As I told over here, sometimes it can be beautiful, but most of the time it's really so difficult to trade. Very, very, very difficult to trade. So around 10 a.m. we have Fed Chair Powell speak. What do I have around 10:30? I have crude oil inventories. To be honest, I really don't give that much attention to this because there is no volatility, nothing. There is no relationship with this news with Nasdaq. No relationship. So I really don't care about this one, but I care about this guy. President Trump is going to speak around 10:30. I really care about him, okay? You know what is going to happen. This chart is just moving by the tweets from that area after that Nvidia fall in that specific day. After that day, every single day market is moving by this guy. President Trump speaks, he speaks, market boom, 100 handle up, boom, 150 handle down, something like that. You want to try those area to trade? It's up to you. I'm really afraid to trade when this guy is going to start to talk. Okay, so around 8:30 until 8:30, it's real. Sorry, not 8:30 until 10:30. It's kind of gambling. Should you trade over here? It can be so beautiful. Again, it can be so beautiful. I don't know, but when you know that there can be a lot of volatility and no price action, nothing, just market will pump 100 handle down 200 handle. Do you want to take the risk over there? If you want, you can go for it. But for me, if you ask me, I really don't want to touch the market before 10:30. No interest to trade. And in Monday, I told that Thursday is gonna be the most beautiful day to trade. It's gonna be the most beautiful day to trade for this week. Now in Monday we didn't have any news, but around 4:30 President Trump speaks. So they have added this later. But previously, around until the morning session, there was no news in Monday, if you remember. But when President Trump decided to speak, then they have added this news after the morning session. Same thing here in Thursday, we have PPI around 8:30. If you ask me, whole this week, this is the only day where I am confident to trade. I would love to say that this should be the most probable day or high probable day to trade, if you ask me. Today, at least until 10:30 a.m., no trade should be done, at least until 10:30 a.m. But you can take some risk if you think, it is high probability, then you can take some risk before 10:30. If it works, perfect. If it doesn't work, just stop over there. Don't try to force the market to give you the profit before 10:30. So it's all about the luck. It's called gambling. You can gamble one time before 10:30 if you see your edge, your perfect model. Then otherwise, don't try to touch it. At least this whole morning session, no need to trade. Come back around the PM session, 12:50. Come over there and then try to trade. It's my opinion. I'm not saying any of you to follow this, but it's my opinion. Just until 10:30 no trade should be done. It's kind of gambling because nobody knows what is going to happen. What is going to happen when Fed chair is going to testify? Okay, nobody knows that. Nobody knows what is going to happen when Trump will speak. What about that? How this market is going to drive over here? Nobody knows that. I also don't. I don't know actually. Nobody knows. It's false. I don't know. So I am not interested to trade. 8:30 CPI to 9, I will try to catch it depending on the logic I taught you for the 1 minute fair value gap 50%. If you remember, for CPI, I will try to catch a run between 8:31 to 8:59. In between that, if I get it, I'll catch it. If I don't get it, or if I get and take a loss, if it is small like 8 handle, 10 handle loss, then I will try one more time. If the stop loss is bigger like 20 handle, then I will just try one time just. But remember, I will just force the market because before 10:30, we should not touch it. So I think it's clear to all of you. Hey, dear money, thanks for that penguin man. Why not buy strangle on Friday? I don't know. What did you say, Belmont Door? What was that, man? I don't know. What's that? I would love to come to this Nasdaq. Immediately, I would love to go to 1 minute chart first to show you something. Okay. This is this week price action. This is Monday. Here, this is the Monday. Monday, that was the first presented gap according to me. I'm gonna tell that one more time. This is according to me. Now, according to ICT, there could be another fair value gap. I don't know. There is no fair value gap. So this fair value gap, I hope that me and ICT both will agree with this fair value gap. This is the first presented gap after 9:30. For the first time, it tapped to this first presented gap. I will look for 25 handle. If it provide me 25 handle from this gap, I'm very happy to see that. And my stop loss will be one tick below that candle which has made this first presented gap. My target will be 25 handle, just 25 handle. I don't care it will go 1000 handle or not. I don't care about that. All I care about 25 handle. Did it provide me in Monday? Perfectly, it has provided me in Monday. Now, don't get confused by this fair value gap because I'm now going to show you yesterday's fair value gap. So this is yesterday's first presented gap over here. Here is the confusion arise. Okay. Some of you will say this is not the first presented gap because this is 9:30 candle. Okay. So according to ICT, this will be the first presented gap after 9:30. So I would love to mark this gap as well and would love to. I'll just extend it to my right. Okay. So I'll extend it to my right. So remember, this upper gap is according to ICT. This one is according to me. When this gap has appeared here, this is by BC, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Okay. For the first time it come here, I will take the buy to the top of this gap. My stop loss will be at least one tick below that candle which has built this first fair value gap. This first fair value gap has built by after 9:30. Okay, so stop loss is gonna be just one tick below the candle which has made this fair value gap. For the first time it come to this gap, I would love to take that entry from there. Whenever it will happen, there is no other price action, nothing. So I would love to take the entry over there. My stop loss will be, sorry, my target will be 25 handle. Again, I am saying you, how far it has reached, I don't care about that. All I care about 25 handle. Did it provide me 25 handle or not? Okay. For the first time it came here, send me this. And this is the first fair value gap according to ICT. Now, I really don't know how to use this gap. If you have any idea, you can use this one. But I have seen that the fair value gap I mark, it's much more precise. That is why I write it down according to me. I'm not spreading any kind of the misconcept. I'm not doing that. I clearly told that this is according to me. I studied it by myself before ICT started to talk about this first fair value gap. I found this is more effective, which is at least 5 handle around 930, whichever gap is gonna be 5 handle. I would love to mark that as my first presented gap. So if there was a gap, same here, but that is like 4 handle 3 tick, I'm not going to mark that gap as my first presented gap. I will wait for 5 handle. Now you can ask me why 5 handle? Because I found that if it is 5 handle, most of the time it really respects the market really respects that gap. Not only the morning session, not only the morning session, but also the whole day until 4 p.m. It works perfectly. So whenever market is above this gap, I'm more interested to look for buy. Whenever market is below this gap, I'm more interested to look for sell. So Monday, it has provided me 25 handle. Tuesday, it has provided me 25 handle. Last week, it worked, I guess, 4 days, if I'm not wrong, or 4 or 3 days. I don't remember exactly. This week, Monday and Tuesday has already provided me 25 handle. For the first time, it came to this first presented gap. So I hope that it's clear to all of you. And to be honest, I really don't know how to use this gap. According to ICT himself, how to use this gap, I have no idea. If you would love to use this gap, go for it. If you would love to use this gap, you can go for it, but make sure that you have back tested and then you build your confidence, then you have used this thing. Okay. I'd love to come here one more time in 15-minute chart to talk about yesterday's price action. I have little time left. Okay. So until 8:30, I have the time. But before going to the explanation, please make sure, guys, you have pushed the like button. And yeah, if you are new, you can subscribe to our channel. Now, here around this area, I had this buy side liquidity. I will mark them all when I will go for the today's price action around 9 a.m. New York local time. I'll mark them again all after the CPI. I'll mark them all. Okay. So that was the buy side liquidity yesterday. I told that I am only interested to look for that buy side liquidity yesterday. I am not interested to see that this market will keep falling. I am not interested for that. I'm only interested to look for that buy side liquidity. Even if market failed to take that buy side liquidity, there was another buy side liquidity from 1 minute chart. I told that I would love to see market will at least take that buy side liquidity. Even if it fails to take that buy side liquidity, I will look for that buy side liquidity will be taken by yesterday. Okay, clearly I told that. So until this buy side liquidity is not taken, I'm only interested to look for buy. This is that 50-minute bullish gap. As you can see, I will mark all of them, and when I will be in 1 minute chart, you won't get confused. Okay, so and in the morning session, market has built this 15-minute bullish gap in the morning session. So I'm going to mark it as a 15-minute bullish gap. Lowest down close body close candle is my order block. So I would love to mark the order block as well here. So you will know that this is the order block from 15-minute chart. This is that order block. If you are more interested to mark the 50% of that order block, please do it, because the 50% of the order block is also important, which is the min threshold of that order block from 15-minute chart. Don't get confused. This is from 15-minute chart. Okay, you have the buy side liquidity from your 15-minute chart. You have that order block min threshold from 15-minute chart. Please don't get confused. Now I will go back in 1 minute chart. All you remember, this gap is 15-minute bullish gap. This is that 15-minute order block min threshold. That means 50% of that order block. This is order block. It has been validated when this candle appeared. So if you see this has traded the min threshold, you are wrong, because it was not order block in that time. It has turned into order block when this candle closed above that candle. After this candle, this is that order block, valid order block, and the min threshold. So when market came here, it has traded. Why did it trade? exactly to this min threshold. You want to use this 15-minute fair value gap that it has traded the 50% of that fair value gap. If you want, you can do it, but I'm more interested to mark this order block min threshold, and I don't want to see anybody will close below this line of that min threshold if it wants to go higher and take the buy side liquidity. Now I'm coming in 1 minute chart. So all of this line, you know what is it? Now, if you remember, we have outlined a buy setup in our live here. From this gap, we have outlined a buy entry from this gap, and we got our profit over there. Then market came here until this area. After that, around before closing the session, I mean around 11 what time, 11:35 or something, I tried to take another buy from this order block from 1 minute chart. I took the partial over here to this last fair value gap and then got stopped out. Okay, so that was that last fair value gap. I took the partial over there and then got stopped out to the break even, if you remember from the morning session. So that was our trade around the morning session, all other things over there. Now what happened here, market started to fall. What is the time right now? It is lunch hour. Do I really care about that? I don't care about that. Around lunch hour, I'm not interested to trade. All I know that market is going to take at least this buy side liquidity by yesterday, but it can, if it is overzealous, it can take that buy side liquidity as well. So all I know that until this buy side liquidity is not taken, I will keep looking for buy. I don't care about the sell. When this sell appeared, market trade this last fair value gap where I took the partial, got stopped out to the break even by that specific candle. If you remember, I took the order block here, then trade this gap one more time, started to fall. Look at that fall. It is falling, it is falling, it is falling. When? Around the lunch hour. Am I trading here? No, I'm not trading here. Where did it came? To the first presented gap. Is it, I mean, can I take the entry? First presented gap doesn't need to follow the price action, doesn't need to follow the direction, doesn't need to follow the liquidity, doesn't need to follow the time, doesn't need to follow the what to say, I mean the is it inside the lunch hour or is it outside of the lunch hour or something like that. It doesn't need to follow the news, it doesn't need to follow anything. All you need to see, BC buy, CB sell. The rest of the thing you don't need. In your chart there will be just the first presented gap, nothing. If you love to observe the first presented gap, then observe it like that way. No direction, no high time price action, no model, nothing. Tap, buy. Stop loss below the candle which has made this first presented gap. If you see it's too much, make it 25, handle stop loss 1:1. If you take loss, you will get loss with 1:1. Simple. Came here to this first presented gap, started to go higher. What I'm looking for, buy. I'm just interested to look for buy, nothing else. Now, can I take this buy? 100% no. Why? Because it is in the lunch hour. I really don't know what is happening. My chart is closed over there. I came back here around 12:50, which is this candle, okay? Around here. This is that 12:50 candle. What is in my mind? I'm looking for buy. I'm not looking for sell because the buy side liquidity is not taken yet. So all I care about taking buy. Here, market around 12:50, market started to fall. There is a fair value gap over here. Am I looking to take sell? No. It will keep falling. I'll let this go. I don't care about that. Trading. There's no buying opportunity. Take a closer look. No buying opportunity. Then finally around 110, market boom. Market fall one more time. Took all of this liquidity. When this fall appeared here, is there any other liquidity left from 1 minute chart? That means when this low appeared here, did it make any clean lows with anything else over here? I mean, do you see this fall has made any sell side liquidity? For example, this low came to that low. Maybe with this low, it has made a clean lows over there. Let me mark it. I'm talking too much. I'm sorry for that. Just for example, I saw that this candle came exactly to that line, made clean lows. Now it's gonna be a low probability to me. Though I'm looking for buy, but I'm not interested to look for buy because it has clearly made the sell side liquidity here. So even if I miss it, I don't want to take it. But what happened when this low appeared here? Did it leave any liquidity? No liquidity left. This is a swing high, clean, perfect swing high, which is valid for shifting market structure. I got that market structure shift around this area. A clean market structure shift by that specific candle. what I'm looking for, guys. You have to understand what you are looking for. If you don't know what you are looking for, you won't be able to trade this market. It's nearly impossible. I know that this market will go higher. Why? Because this buy side liquidity is not taken. If that fall happened after taking that buy side liquidity, no, I wouldn't go for the buy. I wouldn't try to look for the buy because the liquidity has been taken already. This liquidity, at least this liquidity has been taken already. So when that is not taken, what all I care about the buy. Now, after taking the market as liquidity inside the PM session, clearly inside the PM session, this market structure shift appeared 118 or 1318. So inside the PM session, where is my fair value gap? I have this fair value gap. Now, what I'm going to say, it's my opinion, but it's up to you. How do you want to take that entry? It's up to you. You are looking for buy clearly because wizard told you that this market will go higher and it will take at least that buy side liquidity before closing yesterday. You knew it, okay? So this is the fair value gap. So you would love to take the buy from there, right? From there, you would love to take the buy. When it tapped to this fair value gap, you want to take the buy from there. Unfortunately, I am not interested to take the buy from there. Why? After the market structure shift, I will count 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. Within 3 candle, if it doesn't come to this fair value gap, I'm not interested to take the buy. There is no entry fair value gap, just the breakaway gap. So I'm not interested to take the buy from this fair value gap. But of course, you can ignore these rules. I really love this rule because immediate reaction is something that gives me more confidence to take the entry, more confidence. But as I didn't get the immediate reaction, as you can see, it worked perfectly. Again, you can ignore it, but I love to use it. Okay, I'm not interested to take my buy from there. I would love to take the interest. I would love to take the buy from the order block. Now, this candle, this candle closed above this highest candle, which is this candle. This is the consecutive order block to me. This 3 candle is the consecutive order block to me. I would love to mark the open, but I will push my button when it will tap to the top of this candle. 1, 2, 3. This 3 candle is my consecutive order block. I would love to take the buy from this order block when this candle appeared here around this area. I would love to take the buy there. My stop loss is going to cover the order block low, this consecutive order block low. As you can see, it's just 7 handle. I would take the whole risk that candle has built the fair value gap over here. I would love to put my stop loss below that candle, 1 tick below that candle. But according to the rules, if I put my stop loss just below that order block, it is safe. I don't need to think about that. So if I put my stop loss over here and it is like 15 handle, 16 handle, I'm not going to put it below that candle. But as you can see, it's just 7 handle. I really don't want to take that risk. I'd love to put my stop loss just below that candle, which has created this fair value gap. That means if it wants to come back again one more time here, I'll just close my, I'll wait for the another order block or something like that. This high and that high, they are the relatively equal highs. I would love to take my partial over there around this area. So until this area, it's gonna be my first partial around this area. This is all hindsight. No, sir, it's not all hindsight. If you are with me in my Discord, I'll show everything over here as well. Before the CPI is very near here. Let it go until now. I will come and explain this one as well, which I have outlined in my Discord. Okay, so here I will take the partial. I would love to hold my trade until this buy side liquidity, which is a runner. You don't need it, as you can see, until this area, or like here until this area, it's 62 handle. You don't need that whole. How much is it? Like 116 handle. You don't need it. As the CPI is very near, let it go, and I will explain this area as well. Where was the entry, which I have outlined in my Discord. Okay, so let me come here to this price action because the CPI is almost going to start. So I would love to be here with my 15-minute candle, 15-minute chart. On my right, this is the 15-minute chart. On my left, this is the 1-minute chart. So let's wait a bit for the CPI to see how it is going to react around this area. 2 minutes left. Okay. Walaikum salam Mahmudi, Ketan Patel, morning. Outlander, good morning. Dear Money, thank you for the penguin. By the way, the thing I explained over there, do you really think that it's helpful for you? Or it was like just Logic, okay? I talked about the logic over there. Everything is logical. If you don't have the logic, you don't have the right to trade in this market. You have to have some logic. Guys, don't forget to leave a like before the CPI run start. Please try to push the like button. How many people are watching actually? Let me check. 1 minute to go for before the CPI. Okay, 100 people are watching, 28 likes. Please guys, push the like button. Please. Let's wait for the CPI. Let's see how it is going to react. Then we will take our next decision. I really would love to see it will keep going higher. The CPI will keep going higher. I want to see that it will just go higher and take the buy side liquidity, which is unfinished from yesterday. So 1 second, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, 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 okay. It is falling. Okay, okay, okay. It is falling. Wow, 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 wow. Let's wait a bit. I really wanted to see that it will go higher, but it is what it is. I have the sell side liquidity here. Let me mark that sell side liquidity. I'll just mark that low. But this is the relatively equal lows, okay? All of this buy side liquidity is my interest now. All of this buy side liquidity. How cute those buy side liquidity are. What a nice call. Now, if this candle close here, I will mark the 50% of that candle. Okay, the 50% of that candle is my interest. I would love to see that it will reach at least until the 50%, even if it would love to fall. I don't know it will fall or it will go higher. But even if it wants to fall, before falling, it will reach at least until the 50% of that 1 minute gap. So I'm more interested to mark the 1 minute gap now, wherever the gap will appear. Not from 15-minute chart, it should be from 1 minute chart. Very helpful. Thank you, Archana. Oops, forgot. Somebody please block Outlander. Hey, Jay Marquis, thanks for that 33 likes, man. Yeah, I'm asking for the likes and people doesn't want to give me the like. It's unfair. So it has built the 1 minute gap. Mark the 1 minute fair value gap. Focus on the 50% of that 1 minute fair value gap. I'm talking about this gap. I'm more interested to see that this market will come here until the 50%. If it give me that, I'll go for that. If it doesn't give me that, I'm not going to take any entries from this CPI. I'm just interested to look for the buy until market doesn't reach to this dotted line. You see this dotted line? Until it doesn't reach to this dotted line, I'm more interested to look for buy. Any kind of buying opportunity, any kind of order block, any kind of inversion gap, any kind of market structure shift 22 YT model. I'm interested to look for that buy until this 50%. Not, I don't need to hold it until 50%. As you can see, it's near about 130 until I don't need to hold it for this area, but I'm more interested to see that it will reach here. Any kind of opportunity, I'll go for that. It's not order block yet. It has to close above that line to make it as a valid order block. If I miss the buy because it didn't provide me the entry opportunity, I'm okay with that. If it keep falling, I'm okay with that. I'm not okay is if it make a valid opportunity to take the buy and I miss the buy, then it's not okay with me. Otherwise, I'm absolutely okay with that. So if I would love to take the buy here, my stop loss has to be below this candle, which is near about 56 handle. I'm not able to take it. So what I will do, I will mark the 50%. I'll try to cover the 50% by my stop loss. It is still 39 handle stop loss. I have to take that risk, but I will ask you to go for the lowest leverage size, okay? Because it's really too much big and I'm not putting my stop loss in the logical level below this low. Until now, I don't know it is gonna be the order block or not. If it is not order block, then it's okay. Otherwise, I will see like that way. It's not order block yet. When the body will close above that line, it will be valid order block. Until then, it's not valid order block. It's a good sign when it retests the 50% of that week. Nobody will close below the 50% of that week. It's a good sign. In that type of situation, I don't need to think about that. This market will come back again to the 50% of this week. Okay, if it test this and then go higher, if it keep falling, I will have nothing to do over here. I have to let this go. Or if the body close below this line, then this week 50% is not valid anymore. Okay, now it's not valid anymore and this is not the order block anymore. I would love to look for this lowest candle as my order block, or if it make another lowest body close candle as an order block, I'll look for that. If any of you would love to take the sell, you can go for it. I'm just not interested. It will keep falling, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to take it. Without any setup, it will go higher, I'm okay with that. All I don't okay is if there is an opportunity to take the buy and if I miss it, I'm not okay with that. That's all. And don't only just focus over here, also focus over here. Okay, keep an eye over here, what how far it is reaching for. This is that 50% is a logical level to reverse. The low is a logical level for reverse. This sell side liquidity can be taken, then this 50% of that whole new week opening gap, that can be a perfect area for reversing. So just don't watch this area but also watch this area as well. I would love to mark this candle, which is a valid order block right now. I'll make it subscriber only after 9:30. Okay, because I don't want to see anything that will make me low confident. So I'll make it subscriber only after 9:30. It's not order block yet because body didn't close above that line. So if the body doesn't close above that line, it's not the order block. I can't take the buy. I have to look for a body close above that line. If the body doesn't close, I'm not going to take the buy. I'll take a partial to the high of this gap, which is over here. I'll try to take a partial over there, around this area. I'll just take, I just do a mind and I will try to take the partial to the 50% of this gap, and then I will hold it until this area by putting my stop loss to the break even. I wish that it won't respect from this gap, even if it would love to keep falling. I mean, keep falling, at least it will reach until the 50% of this gap. I wish it will do like that way. But let's see. No, it is only valid for the Sachin, it is only valid for the CPI, because for CPI, market has an probability to reach until this 50% of this 1 minute gap. So I don't need to hold the trade until this area. If I can take some portion from here to that run, I'm more than happy for that. Okay, so you can see that is why I'm trying to take that entry, because I believe that this market will come until the 50% of this 1 minute gap. I don't need it to hold until this area, but in the meantime, as you can see here, 28 handle, and until this area is 67 handle. I'm more than happy for that. After, if it can give me that partial, I'll put my stop loss to the break even after 28 handle. First, I need to see a body close inside this gap anywhere. Okay, inside this gap, I need a body close. That is gonna tell me that this low of this fair value gap will work as a support and market will reach until the 50%. So until now, nobody is closing, has closed inside this gap. So it can be respected from there. I'm just not interested to see that it will respect from the low of this gap. I would love to see a body close inside this gap. That is a sign that I'm reaching at least for the 50% of this gap below the 1 minute gap. And at the same time, as I told, don't forget about this area as well. It came to the 50% of this uh, new day opening gap. 50%, is that new day or new week? Okay, that is a new week opening gap, by the way. It came until the 50% of this new week opening gap, then it is reaching higher. So it's a logical level to think about the buy run. Okay, so it's not that much bad area. So either way, higher time frame is also going to support my idea. So let's just wait for the run from this order block until this 50%. I put it little above the 50%, but just make it around the 50%, exactly the 50%. Just exactly the 50%, just make it. I believe it will go higher, but I have to take the partial, And 28 handle is not a bad area to take the partial. 28 handle, trust me. First, I need to see a body close inside this gap. When the body will close inside this gap, I'll be pretty much sure that it will reach at least until the 50%. Now, this body has closed inside this area. I believe that this market is reaching for the 50% now. But until here, I was not confident that it will reach at least until this 50%. Now I'm much more confident that it will reach until the 50%. Okay? After seeing this body close. I can be wrong. No need to copy my trade. So please do your own trading. Not going to move my stop loss. I will move my stop loss after taking the partial. If I can get the partial, I'll move my stop loss. Otherwise, I'm not going to move my stop loss. So far, it has provided you 22 handle. I believe that it will give me 6 more handle. So when the body has closed inside this gap, that gap, okay, I'm going to change the color. It will be easier to see. When it has closed inside this gap, now I will put my stop loss to the break even. If I get stopped out, I'm okay with that. When it closed inside this gap, what did I say? The low of this gap will work as a support. Look at here. It is working as a support. See, it tapped to the low. Now it is going higher. How far? I believe that it will reach until this low at least. But before that, I need some kind of fair value gap that will be unfilled. If I get the unfilled fair value gap, I'll be more confident. I'm not going to move my stop loss. As you can see here, it has reached at least until 44 handle. I'm not going to move my stop loss. I will put it to the break even, though I should not put it to the break even as well. But I'll put it to the break even after taking 28 handle partial by hoping that it will reach until this area, which is near about 64 handle. So if it reaches until this area, I'm okay with that. If it doesn't stop me out to the break even, I'll be okay with that as well. I am showing you the logic. You are going to work with your money management, with your trade management, please. So all I need to see if there is a fair value gap that is going to be unfilled. So if this fair value gap is unfilled by that specific candle, that candle appeared on the chart. If it is unfilled by that specific candle, I will move my stop loss by that candle. If it failed to close this fair value gap 100%, I will move my stop loss below the candle which has made this unfilled gap. But if it is 100% filled, stop loss will be to the break even. It can come back again to retest this order block. I'll get stopped out with that. I'm okay with that. If you don't want to hold it until 64 handle, you can close it anywhere here if you want. I'm just not telling you anything to do. Trade management is all your what to say? I mean, your area to describe or your area to manage, whatever it is. All I would love to see, this fair value gap will be unfilled by that specific candle. Even if it is one tick unfilled, I'm happy with that. See here, it is unfilled. This area is unfilled. So I'm going to move my stop loss below the candle which has made this fair value gap, below that candle, because it should give me the speed now. If it doesn't give me the speed, it can retest this order block now. If it retests this order block, I don't need to get that loss. it has filled this one. I don't care about that. Of course it can fill by now. After this candle, when it has filled, I will look for another pyramiding entry. Okay, so I would love to pyramid here. If my target is very higher, I will add over here around this area. When it will go higher above this gap again, I will add more over there. In the meantime, if it stopped me out, my trade is done. Simple. Because I believe it is not coming below that below the candle low, which has built this unfilled gap. Okay, I got stopped out. After taking the partial, I got stopped out with some profit here, like 12 handle profit. I'm okay with that. I know that it can retest this order block. I didn't want to take that risk. That's why I moved my stop loss by believing this unfilled gap. It didn't work. I'm happy with that. Is it a bad trade? I don't think so. As I'm not going to take any other entry, so I'm going to make it public again. So I'll just make it subscriber. Okay. As I'm not going to take any other entry because I really don't want to see any kind of negative comment. That is why I made it members only. My trading is done here. It has reached until this area, which is 44 handle. I was trying to hold it until 64 handle. It didn't work. I'm okay with that. My logic was from that order block, it will go higher. I take a partial in a logical level, got stopped out over here. I still believe that it will keep going higher, but before going higher, it can retest this order block or mean threshold of this order block. I just don't want to take that risk. So I'll keep it here and then I will see how it is going to react. Good morning, Hassan. Guys, I deserve the boom, man. 28 handle. At least the partial, man. Or if you look for the top of this gap, if you close your trade over there, which is near about 40 handle. Good morning, good evening, Hassan. Sir, yes, thanks for that boom, man. GN1313, thank you for that boom. By the way, anybody took that entry? If any of you took that entry, just let me know. I was about to write boom, but you had closed chat. Okay, now I'm sorry because I saw that someone is actually the sell setup. So I had to close the chat. There is nothing wrong if you look for the sell, but when I'm framing the buy setup, if you keep talking about the sell, it's really difficult for me to hold my confidence. That's why I just made it members only. But now you're back. Partial is enough profit for the day. I believe it. I really believe it. 28 handle partial is more than enough for being profitable. But as I told, my trailing stop loss is too fast. So logic is it will go higher. But when this is unfilled, it should provide me the speed. If it doesn't provide me the speed, it can come back again to retest this order block or the 50% of this order block. I don't want to take that risk. So if it come and retest this order block, which is my break even, I will either way I will get stopped out, right? So I don't need to take that risk. If I can cover like 12 more handle over here after 28 handle partial, if I cover 12 more handle, it's gonna be overall 40 handle to me. Just 40 handle to me, okay, something like that. One contract entry, 40 handle profit, more than enough, which is near about $800. Thank you, sir. Yes. Oh, okay. You took the entry. Did you take the partial? Let me know. Nis Rosa, thanks for the boom. Al Mahmoudi, boom. Thank you, man. Red Cherry Plant, boom. Thank you, man. Good morning. Good morning. Look, I'm not moving. I'm not changing my mind. It is going to fall. No, I'm not changing my mind. I'm still holding my mind. It will go higher. I explained why I trailed my stop loss. Now, look over here. If you cover the 50% of that order block, because it can maximum reach until the 50% of that order block, which is over here. So if you ask me where should be the logical stop loss, that should be the logical stop loss. So I'll keep it over there. Okay, the mean threshold of that order block. And you will see how it is work. How does it work? I told you that never ever follow my trailing stop loss. Never ever. It's my psychology, my mentality. So my trade management is different. Your trade management should be different. So see this mean threshold, it can maximum reach until this mean threshold. So cover that mean threshold a bit here, something like that. That should be the stop loss right now. I didn't want to take that risk. I just closed it after taking the partial because it was more than enough for me for being profitable. One contract entry, 40 handle profit. Guys, push the like button, please. Let me check how many likes did I. I only ask for the like, man, for all of this explanation. 137 people are watching, 64 likes. Guys, can you please push the like button? Here, I would love to look for some kind of breaker block to take re-entry. I'm not going to push my button again, but I would love to look for any breaker block here to look for the buy again. No, I'm not thinking about sell. I'm only thinking about buy. No sell is valid for me. You want to take the sell, go for it. Good morning, Easy Trades. Good morning, brother. Wasn't it too easy, man? Wasn't it too easy? By knowing that logic that market is coming back again, the 50% of that 1 minute candle until the 50% it is coming back. I waited for the order block here. It didn't build the order block there. Then I tried here, didn't make. Finally, I got the order block there. This candle, look at that candle. That candle, when it closed above the one tick above this order block, it is my order block. Tap to this order block, then closed inside this gap. Use the gap low as a support, reach until the 50%, went little above of that fair value gap, which is a fake breakout. Fall again. Why? Maybe it will retest this order block. Maybe it will spend rest of the time until 9:30. I don't know. I don't need to take that risk. So I'll just close it. But if you think where you can do it, close your maximum portion to the low, to the 50% of this candle, and then rest. Maybe like you took 5 micro contract entry. Just for example, you took 5 micro contract entry, close 4 over there. Rest 1 micro contract, put the stop loss over there, let it run at least until the low of this gap. You know that it will reach to the 50%. No need to hold it until that area. Hold it until this low of this gap. It's more than enough for being profitable. If you think no, I don't want to do that, instead of that, you took two mini contract entry. Take a partial over there, put your stop loss most logical level. You got a stop out, let it. Okay, I'm okay, cool with that. It will go higher, I don't care. I'm already profitable. So it's biased to bearish today. No, sir, I'm bullish. I'm bullish. It will be changed after 10:30. So if Trump sent the price lower, then it will be bearish. Otherwise, I'm bullish still. It can take that sell side liquidity before going higher. Of course, it is possible, but I'm bullish. Until market doesn't reach to that dotted line, I'll be bullish. Keep watching, okay? Just keep watching this tool and to how it works. No entry is valid after 9 to me, 9 to 9:30. No entry should be done. So around 9, I will go back again yesterday's PM session to talk to finish my unfinished lecture over there. I talk too much, guys, but I have to explain, and I promise you, brother, it will help you. Whatever I told you here, keep that in your mind. It will help you a lot. The logic of the CPI. You will be able to get 25 to 40 handle from the CPI. Every CPI, not every. I mean, at least 80% of the CPI will give you at least 25 to 40 handle. Confidently, you will be able to get that if you understand that simple logic. I will wait here until 9, then I will go back to yesterday's PM session where I finish the lecture at the middle of the. Okay, at the middle I left that lecture, so I'll start to continue that again. Nice, topped out. It will keep falling now. Okay, I'm okay with that. Did I did I do the good job or bad job? Of course, I did the good job, man. Because I really don't know how far this week will go and how much damage it will make after trading this mean threshold. But the week will did the damage, so I simply can't put it below this area. I can't put it here randomly. I can't put it anywhere because I don't know how far it will reach. So even if this mean threshold hold the market, the week can did the damage. Or if this is keep falling, just let me remove it. If this is keep falling, I have nothing to do, right? If it keep falling. So in my opinion, that was logical level. I got stopped out over here with that small profit. I'm more than happy with that. So I would love to go back again to PM session now because it's 9:01. I'm not interested to trade in this area anymore. I will let it happen. Whatever it happens, then I will try to take entry after 9:30. By the way, that is news. Okay. So if you guys remember what was all of this level here, that was our first opportunity to take the buy here. Now, if you take the buy here, take the first partial over there, and then maybe by trailing stop loss, you got stopped out anywhere here. Remember this buy side liquidity, is it taken? No, it's not taken. Market came here around this area, gave little retracement. By the way, let me go to the 15-minute chart so that the new people can know what all of this level is. Okay, so this is the order block. Here. This is the order block high from 15-minute chart. I'm talking about yesterday's price action. That was my target for yesterday. Market came to this 15-minute gap. This is the order block. Lowest down close body close candle is my order block. So when market went higher by that specific candle, it is valid as an order block. Now I'm coming back in 1-minute chart again. Here. So after reaching until this area, market fall again. Then in my Discord, I outlined another entry around this area. If you are with me in our Discord, you know that I have outlined this trade as well here from this inverse gap. This was my inverse gap over there, which is here. Inverse gap. When this candle closed above this inverse gap after trading the order block, it closed above there. The very next candle, I would love to take re-entry over there. Stop loss, I put it below this area because it was just 13 handle. I really would love to put it below that area, below that low. But if you're not able to do that, at least cover the inverse gap for a bit, which you can see just 8 handle. I don't prefer 8 handle. It's good to put it over here for 13 handle. Target, same area. As you can see here, where was that? There was some buy side liquidity here, clean buy side liquidity here, which is there. That was the clean buy side liquidity. My target was until this buy side liquidity, which is 43 handle. Now it came here to that inverse gap. Look at this area, came here to this inverse gap, started to go higher for this buy side liquidity. In between this area, are you not willing to take the partial? I will always go for the partial. At least to this rejection block will be my partial. So here, if you can see the highest up close body close candle around this area, which is here, that's going to be my first partial here, which is around this area. Do you think it's enough? At least 1:2. See, 26 handle partial. Then you can get stopped out by trailing your stop loss. By logical stop loss, you can get, or trail your stop loss, you can get stopped out. After this area, market came here around 3, market started to fall. What I'm looking for, buying opportunity. You know that until this buy side liquidity is not taken, I'm only looking for buying opportunity. So when market is falling, all of this fall, do I really care about them? All of this fall, is there any buying opportunity? Until that fall, is there any kind of buying opportunity? I don't see any buying opportunity. Finally, market came here around this area. Then it has provided another buying opportunity, but unfortunately that is after 345. So all of this area, I'm not interested to trade another. I don't want to take another buy because it is after 345. A nice buy. I don't want to take it. I would love to take this buy, which is going to provide me huge profit over there from this area, as I showed you. from this order block, stop loss is going to be, where was that, there, which is 9 handle or something like that. Partial should be, this first partial should be here, and then maybe you will get a stop out around 48 handle or something. Or if you close it to the last fair value gap, which is over here, which is last fair value gap here from 1 minute chart, the last fair value gap is over there. If you, even if you close it, it's for 50 handle. Wasn't it too beautiful? Work with the logic. If you can work with the logic, trust me, man, it's gonna be very beautiful. If you miss that entry, you are not confident enough to take that entry, there is another opportunity to take the entry from there. If you would love to take the entry, if you look for the 22 YT model, of course you have that as well. I mean, not a clean 22 YT model, but still you had the 22 YT model. When this market shift here, there is a fair value gap around this area, small, very small, and stop loss, same thing below that area, which has taken the liquidity from there. So until at least this should be the partial, then you can hold it until this area. And as you can see, you will get a stop out after taking the partial of 28 handle. Why do I care about that fall? That fall, I don't care about that fall. I don't care about that fall. Every single time it will fall, I will look for buy. It fall, I will start to look for buy. If you know the logic, trading is very easy to you. Here, same thing. I'm not able to move this market right now. Okay, so it is falling. Do I really care about that fall? No, I don't care about that fall. When it is falling, I am looking for buying opportunity. It will give me the buying opportunity. I'll go for that buy. If it doesn't provide me the buying opportunity, I won't take that buy. But I'm not interested to look for sell. I can't look for sell because my logic is telling me that it should come here to this 50% of this area. But exactly from where, I don't know. So whenever it will fall, I will start to look for a buying opportunity. Everything is aligned with the market, or everything is with me, I will go for that buy. Now it is outside of the session, so I'm not interested to take the buy right now. I won't go for the buy or any kind of trade right now. I'll wait until 9:30 to see how it is going to react over there. CPI trade, I'm done. CPI trade, I'm done, brother. Okay, let him cook. What do you mean by that? Let him cook. I'm not going to cook. I cooked last night. I have enough food. I have enough food. By the way, thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. I mean, just after opening, I got 6 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing to our channel. Now, whatever I'm going to do, it's not valid, okay, because it's outside of the session. See this gap? If it can make a gap here, I'm not saying that I'm going to take this entry because this is 9 to 9:30. From 9 to 9:30, I don't like to trade. I won't go for trade. From 9 to 9:30, I am not interested to trade here. Or if it come to the high of this candle, that can be an entry as well. So whatever, it will tap. See here, this candle came. I'm not interested to wait for the gap. It came here. I would love to take the buy from this mitigation block, or whatever you say, this mitigation block. From there, I would love to take the buy again. So there is no fair value gap. I don't need the fair value gap as well. Came here to this high. This is my mitigation block. I would love to take the. This is not an entry. I know that I can be wrong here. 80% possibility I will be wrong here because this is 9 to 9:30. If you would love to push the button here, you are gambling. In another place, what did I say? If you would love to go for that, go with the lowest micro contract or something like that. But if you push your button over here, because I'm outlining it, you are gambling. Because this is the area which is the lowest probable area to trade. I don't want to trade between 9 to 9:30. It can work, so I'm just talking about this price action from this mitigation block. It can work, but I will never go for this trade. Even if it works, even if it doesn't work, I don't care. I will never go for this trade. So my side is clear, I believe. Okay, now if you would love to go for it, it's up to you. It can work, but I will never go for this trade. Never ever. Because 9 to 9:30 is my area from this 9 candle. to until 9:30. This is my area where this is low probability. Market doesn't work over here perfectly. Now, maybe you will think, no, I'm not going to take the sell. I'm going to take the, we're not going to take the buy. I'm going to take the sell from this gap. Okay, maybe your stop loss is over here. You are thinking about sell. So I'll put both of this area, this thing over here, and you will see how it is going to react from there. Okay, so I'll put both of them in a logical level. Okay, I'll put both of them. You will keep seeing how 9 to 9:30 will work. So maybe I'm looking for sell buy. You are thinking that no, it is going to work, brother. You are wrong about your bias. So it is going to fall. You know that I will never go for sell, but I'm just outlined it to show you what is 9 to 9:30 works. How does it work? I mean, it can work as a buy way. It can work, but sell way, I am not going for that. Obviously, I'm not going for that. I just put it, but it can work as a buy way. But you know that I have to sacrifice that. I can't go for that. 9 to 9:30. I'll keep it until 9:30. So this is that 9:30 line. I'll keep both of them until 9:30. This half an hour is the area to be patient. No trade should be done here. Hey Taylor, you're late, brother. We have already used that new opening gap constant crossment for our entry. We have already used that. You are a little late. Guys, if you have any question, you can tell me that, okay? Because I have until 9:30. I have the time to talk about your confusion. Whatever I explained from yesterday's price action, from this morning session, after CPI, entry, anything. If you have any kind of question, you can tell me that now until 9:30. Hey Sarjay, good morning. Thanks for that penguin man. Sarjay, Sarjay Sivastam. Very nice name, man. Good morning. Oh, today's stream began sooner. I have lost all the full excitement. Okay, we actually took the buy excitement. I didn't take the sell excitement. Islam, I'm looking for buy, man. I am a very bad trader. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, brother. How are you? Guys, I will remove this sell opportunity. It can fall, okay? So I will put it again if it works, but actually I'm not looking for sell. The guys will join me later. They will think that I am looking for sell. I don't want to make them confused, so I would love to remove this sell tool from there. I would love to keep this buy tool only. And remember, this is not the entry. We are not going to take this entry. Even if it works, I am not going to take this entry because it is in between 9 to 9:30. 32, the first parabolic gap will be valid today for 20. No, it has done already its job yesterday. If you're asking about this one, it has done its job. If you're asking today, first parabolic gap, I talked about that already, and I'm gonna repeat one more time. First parabolic gap doesn't look for any kind of fair value gap, direction, price action, news, nothing. First parable gap is first parable gap. It has that freedom. So yeah. So yesterday used inverse gap. Yeah, I have outlined that in our Discord. Guys, one more time. It can work perfectly. It can work perfectly, but I am not going to take it because it is between 9 to 9:30. I showed you why I was looking for buy and from where I can take that buy. It can work perfectly. I'm just not going to take it. It's just because 9 to 9:30. So even if it works, I'm okay with that. Just keep that line in your mind. Who is messaging me? Man, I'm getting mad at this Discord. You're most welcome, Archana. I'm still message started during the PM session in Discord. It was a great opportunity. Yeah, Archana, I have already explained them today's morning session. You guys can recheck that part, the first part of today's stream. You can recheck it, okay? I have already showed you every opportunity and everything you should think over there. So please watch it. It will help you to hold the bias. Holding bias is the base of this stream. I would love to start the buy side from today. So buy side video is going to start from today. I will post the video to our mentorship. I hope that slowly every direction things is gonna be clear for all of you. I took a limit order trade, and for some technical issues it couldn't cancel. The trader hit my partial, then hit the stop loss 8:30 news. You can trade the news through the prop firm. Lot of prop firm doesn't support the news trade. I mean, if I were going for this trade, I am going to repeat it one more time. I'm not going to take this entry even if it works. I believe it will work, but I am not going to take this entry because it is between 9 to 9:30. I'm just showing you the logic because this is a possibility, this is a probability. If it was inside the session, I would go for the rebuy from this area. If I would love to go for that, this could be my first partial here. The sell I showed you at the beginning, I just showed you because some of you can think that, brother, your bias is wrong. So market is working perfectly in between 9 to 9:30 for the sell side delivery. But sell side is not my intention. I will never go for the sell. I will only look for the buying opportunity. Even if it works, I'm not interested to take that entry just because it is in between 9 to 9:30. So this is the 9:30 line, okay? Here, that is the 9:30 open. I don't know, brother. I don't know, but some prop firm doesn't support the prop firm. Oh, by the way, when you guys are talking about the prop firm and I have time a bit, I would love to remind you this about the Apex. We have 80% discount until Wednesday. Lifetime activation fees is gonna be $125. You need just one day to pass. In my opinion, you should buy some account and you should target this type of news. Okay, so like today's news, you will try to frame a sell setup in one account. You will try to frame a buy setup in another account. Okay, so in different account, you will try to take sell and buy. Whichever is going to work, one is going to be blown, another one you are going to pass. This is the really good way to pass the Apex account. I really appreciate it. It's a really good idea. Just make sure that you have used the code this one YIZZ HZZN, and for 50k account it's gonna cost, you can see all of the other cost of the account size. Please make sure that you have used that new code. I'll really appreciate that. And if you are interested about daily payout, which I really refer, which is for take profit trader, you will be able to get 3 payouts in a day. In a day, 3 payouts. Immediately they will transfer the money to your account. You can use the code T2 Wizard for 50% discount. To the top of the screen, you can see it's written in green line. which is T2 Wizard for take profit trader 50% discount. Uh, by the way, I really got a message from, let me show you. Why I'm talking about this, because if you are interested to trade through the prop firm, I believe that you should know what which prop firm is right now is the best opportunity to trade or to buy the account. Which one is the cheapest? That is why I'm just sharing it to you. Don't think that it's just for like it's it's gonna help for you and helpful for me as well. God, I don't know how to get it, but yeah. New to futures, try our 50K starter plan for only $97. Use the code T2 Wizard. You will get the starter plan for my funded futures 50K account by $97. No activation fees. There is no activation fees. Valid for only one payout per day. No, it's valid for three payout. Alex, you can get three payout in a day. If I'm not wrong, I can be wrong, but I think the way they mailed me, it showed that you will be able to request three payouts in a day. After three payouts, you won't be able to request for another payout. If I'm not wrong, okay. I can be wrong, by the way. Earn to trade, they are going to give you the cheapest amount. I mean, you need to pay cheapest account for earn to trade. You have to pay $76 for 50K account. It's a great opportunity. No activation fees as well for earn to trade prop firm. I didn't hear anything bad about them. So of course you can try earn to trade as well, where you will get the cheapest amount for the 50K account, which is 20 $76 for 50K account. So if you are looking for sell from this gap, okay, as I showed you from here, you will get stopped out over there. Look over here, you already got stopped out. So whoever was looking for the sell, even if this market fall, you have already got stopped out there. Just showed you that, though I'm not interested to look for that. I don't. They said only one payout because the reset happens every 24 hours. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. When did you talk to them? I got that mail like 1 or 2 weeks ago. So if they have changed it, maybe they have changed it. I don't know. Took profits already. Thanks. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Robert, you took that entry, man. I clearly told that please don't go for that trade. I believe it will work, but I am not interested to take this one. This is the probable area to go for the trade. But I am not interested to take that entry, even though if it works. I believe it will work, but I don't want to take that entry. I clearly told that, okay? Don't get confused, anyone. I just outlined it because it was my area to think about the buy again. And if you ask me, I would love to hold it until this area after taking the partial. There. Same logic here. Remember, the same logic here around this area. What I want to see, it will be unfilled. I want to see it will be unfilled. And after this candle close, I would love to look for the speed toward at least until the low of this gap. But you know that where the market will go. Until market doesn't reach over here, I'm not interested to look for sell. It's really facing the problem, and for this now in loss, you have to build the confidence, brother. It will take time. it will take time. So you have to build the confidence to push the button. It will be easier for you if you go for the lowest leverage size. Okay, so if you don't feel confident, go for the one micro contract entry to build your confidence. Just go for the one micro contract entry, because if you get stopped out, maybe you will get a loss for $20, $25, $30, something like that. It's nothing. If you don't, if you feel like this is a good entry opportunity, but I don't have the courage to push the button, then go for the lowest leverage size. It will eliminate your fear from trading. By the way, until here, how many handle? Wow, this 34 handle. Robert, it's a really good area to close the trade over here. 34 handle. Guys, if any of you would love to join us in our Discord, sorry, in our Twitter, you can join us by this is my what is I mean the user ID at the rate of T2SMC Trader. You can join us through our Twitter as well. Okay, if any of you are interested to join us in our Discord, you will see the link on the pin comment of our Discord. It's absolutely free. You don't need to worry about paying anything to me. I'm not worthy to get paid from you. I'm not worthy because I'm just giving you the free lesson. It's all free. I don't want to take your money. Not the dear money, but the real money. I don't want to take that money from you. Your money should be in your pocket. Never ever paid anyone for learning ICT concepts. Never ever pay anyone except ICT himself. If ICT asks for the money for his mentorship or something, you can go for it. But except ICT, don't pay anyone, not even a single dollar, for learning this concept. That should be the partial. If you like my way, the way I trade, then of course you can come here. Everything is for free. If you would love to pay someone, then pay someone who really need the money, like someone who really indeed need the money, then pay him. But don't pay anybody for learning these concepts. Everything you will get free in YouTube. I'm not good, but you will find a lot of good people. They actually they will give you the lesson about the ICT concepts for free with logic. Okay, don't follow them who actually just push the button without any logic, without explaining why he was looking for buy, why he was looking for, why he has changed his bias. Don't follow them. Just follow someone who explain why he is looking for that entry or that is that high probability, is that low probability, why market should react from there, what is the reason for thinking about that buy, everything, so that you can learn. But if you have the mind to think that you will copy trade, don't do that. Like me, pay me. Yeah, you can pay me now. Did I have a small request? If you see a high probability trade, can you give us a heads up and say where you are planning to buy or sell? That will be helpful. Archon, I think I do it. If I see any high probable entry, I keep saying that this is the highest probable entry opportunity. If that happens, then this is going to be the high probable entry opportunities. For example, here, that was my high probable entry opportunities from the order block until the 50% of that area, of that area. This is the lowest probable area to take the entry. Even though you saw that it has worked, but this is the lowest probable area to take the entry. The lowest probable area. There is no other lowest area to trade in this market except taking entry from here. But I will keep that in mind. 1 minute to go before 9:30 open. So I'm going to remove this, okay? This thing I'm going to remove, but just keep that in your mind. All of these things I'm going to remove because now 9:30 is going to open. I need more lines over here. Before 9:30, I would love to show you one more time. Around 10, we have Fed Chair Powell speak. Around 10:30, we have Trump speaks. No trade is valid in between until 10:30. If you would love to gamble, you can go for it. So this is 9:30 open. Let me check the regular trading hour. Wow. This is that gap that has been filled 100%. This gap has been filled 100%. Okay. Not going to mark the 50% or the opening things. I don't want to mark it. So I'd love to keep it over here. Love to see how it is going to react. Look over here on my right. It has been traded new week opening gap 50%, now struggling to break this new opening gap and new week opening gap area. It's struggling to break that. I'll mark it. First travel cap, I'll mark it. And we'll observe it. For first presented gap, you don't need to think about Trump's speak. You don't need to think about Fed Chair Powell speak. Nothing. All you need BC or CB for 25 handle. That's all you need. You don't need to think about the direction. Nothing. Just BC or CB. If BC, buy. If CB, sell. Okay, 8 subscriber I have already got. 9,755 subscriber. Thank you so much, guys. I'm really getting happier and happier by seeing the appreciation from all of you. I believe that you guys started to like me. I'm happy. Okay. Take profit trader. Take profit trader. What do you think, guys? What can be the bias for today? Bullish or bearish? And remember, from there, from that area to until this low, don't forget that. I just removed it, but don't forget that. Bar trader, of course, bullish. Alex, bullish. Thank you. Very happy for you. Thank you, Archana. Thank you, sister. You deserve all the love and support. Thank you so much, sister. I really appreciate you, all of you, man, for unconditional support. I'm really grateful to all of you. I don't know how can you guys support me like unconditionally, but I really appreciate that. Now, guys, if you would love to take the entry, you can go for it. I will go for the trade after 10:30. I can't push the button right now. I will outline the trade maybe, but not going to trade. What I told you, just remember that until market doesn't reach to this line, I'm not bearish. After reaching to this 50%, that dotted line, I can be bearish. I'm not saying that I will be bearish, but I can be bearish after reaching to this 50%. Until then, I will be bullish. Or if the Trump doesn't show me anything to think about the bear, I will keep looking for the buying opportunity. Okay, Khalid, you are also bullish. That's cool. I'm also bullish, but until that dotted line. After that dotted line, I have to take my decision. Whenever market will make a swing high, whenever you will see that, you will look on your left and you will look for if there is any clean lows. You don't need to mark the swing high to marking the clean lows. If you don't get the clean lows, then you will look for the high. Did it make any kind of resistance zone? Always keep that in your mind. Whenever you will see some kind of swing high, something here, whenever market will make kind of swing low, look on your left. Did it make any kind of relatively equal lows or clean lows? Always keep looking for that. Trump morning routine is killing us. Turn the pillow and sleep more, man. Oh man. Remember this one? I told you it's a low probability. I'm not going to take it, but if I had to go, I had to go for this. If you remember, I mean, you have to just adjust it to the top. So maybe until there, from there, okay? Just from there until to the low of this gap. If you ask me, I would go for that, but as it was between 9 to 9:30, I am not interested to go for that. How can you say that it has tapped to the first presented gap? Is there any volume balance? Ah, is there? Yeah, there is. I agree with you. I agree with you. I didn't see there is a volume balance, a small volume balance. Thank you, M2SAG. Yeah, sorry, I didn't notice that. There is a small volume balance. I didn't see it. My mistake. Then I can say that it's a boom. If I go 1:1, I didn't notice that volume balance, to be honest. Like at least below this low, which will be 32 handle. I'm not interested to make it 32. I'll go for 1:1. So 25 for 25. What is 25? Thank you, brother, for showing me this. I really didn't notice that there is a small volume balance. But yeah, from here to here, it worked perfectly. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Me to miss to mark volume. I forgot about that. To be honest, I didn't see this because it was too small. I didn't see it and I forgot about the volume balance. My mistake. But as you can see, it perfectly tapped to this area here. Perfectly tapped to this volume balance for the first presented gap here. Provided you that area 25, and I don't care about this. I know that this market will come here, but I don't want to take that, hold that until this area. Remember this one? Thank you, Mahdi, for even for missing boom. My mistake. I'm a human being. I miss this. Like you see that M to sag, he saw it, but I didn't see it. My mistake. It was a very nice entry opportunity, by the way, because I can simply cover that full gap from that volume balance by 25 handle. At least the full gap I could cover it by 25 handle. It was really awesome. I just didn't notice it. My mistake. Now keep watching until this dotted line. When what I started to talk about here from there, remember, I don't want to see this market will keep falling before reaching to this dotted line from 1 minute gap from the CPI. This information you are not going to get from anywhere, not even from ICT himself. 80% of the time market work with this. 80% of the time in CPI market work with this. I already explained this thing a lot of time why I will keep looking for buy. For example, if that entry could appear 959, okay, around 959 this an entry appeared, I would go for that entry. I would hold it by putting my stop loss to the break even around 930. I would hold it, but as it appeared after 9, see, you can see that appeared around 908, just 8 minutes after 9. That is why I missed this trade. Otherwise, I would go for this trade, would take the partial here around this area. I would take the partial, would hold my trade until the low of this gap. By knowing that it is reaching here, you have to know what the market is reaching for. If you don't know what the market is reaching for, you are gambling. You have to know. Thank you, dear money, for oops. Okay, I can see I get 10 subscribers today so far. I started around 746, now it is 756. Thank you so much. I'm really so excited today. If you know your bias, if you see that your stop loss is logical, for example, this is logical stop loss. I would go for this trade even after 9, even after 9. If I saw that this stop loss is like 9 handle, 10 handle, something like that, if I could put it like that way, I would go for that trade. Because for me, 8 handle, 9 handle, 10 handle, 11 handle, 12 handle is nothing. I know how to mitigate that loss. Even if I get a loss, I would go for that. Just if it was like 8 handle, 10 handle, something like that. As it was 19 handle, I never want to go for this trade from 9 to 9:30, even if it can work. I know it will work. What did I say over here? Remember, did I ever say it will not work? I told that I believe it will work. Maybe I will miss this run, but I'm gonna miss it. I'm not going to take it because the time is not right. But I never say that like when I outlined the sell for those people who are thinking about this market will fall. I told that I believe it will not work. It will stop out. Go back and recheck what did I say over there. I know what this market is reaching for. Now, this buy side liquidity is another level. Okay, it will go for that buy side liquidity. That buy side liquidity, that's different matter. But until this 50%, I'm bullish. Then I will take my decision. Does it want to fall? Does it want to keep going higher? Right now, can I chase this price? No, sir. I would love to frame my setup at the beginning of the run. At the beginning of the run. If I miss it, I will miss it. I will wait for the next opportunity. If it doesn't reach to this 50%, instead of that, if it started to fall, make some liquidity, take that liquidity, I will start to look for buy again for that 50%. Could I show this to you when I was talking about the buy here? Could I show this to you? No, I couldn't do that. Well, what you have to do, you have to believe me that bro told that market is coming for this 50%, it will go for that 50%. We don't care. It will keep falling. How far it will fall, I don't care. I know that market will reach here because he told us. Now I am observing it. I'm watching more CPI. I saw that it is happening most of the time. Now I don't give a shit to T2 even if it doesn't go there because I know that it will go over there. T2, whatever his bias is, I don't care about that. This is how you will build your own confidence. First presented gap from the volume balance, tap to this area, 25 handle. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Watch, learn, build your confidence. Hey Chris, where were you, man? Where were you, man? How many times I have repeated where market is reaching for? I think near about 100 times now. I already explained where this market is reaching for. 1 minute CPI candle 50%. You can look for another level if you are little more conservative. Then you can look for this as well. I don't do it, but sometimes it is also going to respect this 50% of this dotted line. Okay, so from 15-minute chart, I will keep a line here just for a bit. 15-minute 50% there. Okay, I'll just keep it, but I believe it will reach for this 50%. But it can be respected from there. Can be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't need to be 100% right over here, because if I can frame a setup over here, I don't need to hold my trade until this 50%. Just for the more information, I just kept it over there, and I will make it as a dotted line. This is the 50% from 15-minute chart. This is the 50% from 1-minute chart. It can be respected. It can be respected, to be honest. It can be respected. Oh man, you are the wizard. You knew it. Market is reaching over there. What can I do for you? What else can I do for you, man? You can do something for me. You can use my code T2Wizard for Take Profit Trader, My Funded Futures, Bullnox, or Earn to Trade. Or if you are interested about the direct funding, then Tradify. And for the Apex, you can use the new code where you will get 80% discount. This is all you can do for me with a like. This is must. This like is must. Even if you don't want to my code, it's okay. No worries, because that is my code. But this like is for our channel. Okay, that's cool. I got 105 likes. That's cool. This is for our channel. Thank you so much, guys. Did it finish its run? 100% more. If it failed over here, that means it is going to give me an opportunity to take entry. If it failed to reach over here. If it doesn't, fail to reach here, instead of that, it simply reach over there. That means it doesn't give me any other entry opportunity. 106 likes. Let's go. Anybody took that buy, by the way? Anybody catch that buy? No worries, Chris. Market. I believe that market is reaching for that 50%. You know that I was kidding, man. I believe that it will reach for that 50% of that 1 minute CPI gap. Okay. After reaching over there, I don't know where the market will go. So I have to wait for the more information. Does it want to go through this and all of this buy side liquidity, which is my interest to see today? Market will go for those buy side liquidity. This is my interest. Okay. So all of this buy side liquidity will be taken today, but I can be wrong. So I have to wait for more information when market will reach to the 50% of that 1 minute gap. Until market doesn't reach to this gap, I'm bullish. To that 50% of that gap, I'm bullish. After that, I have to wait for more confirmation. Okay, Miguel, you took the buy. Archana, you took the buy. Utshuk, you took the buy. Asmi Khalil, you took the buy. Asmi Khalil, you took $1,200 USD. I took the buy. Donichu, you took the buy. You can put a standard deviation -2 will be around mid level of CPI fair value gap. So pretty good target in my opinion. Hey Adrian, thanks for that information. If it is like that way, of course it's best. I really love to use the standard deviation when market is at the all-time high, where I don't have any other price action. Over there, I love to use the standard deviation. Otherwise, I depend on the price action. But if it is aligned with -2 standard deviation, perfect. That is perfect. But make sure that you have taken some partial. If you don't take the partial, you are gambling. I always show you how to take the partial. 15 to 25 handle. Any of this level, try to take the partial with the price logic. Wherever you feel logical area, go for that partial. If you don't see any logical level, then take partial randomly. But take the partial, put your stop loss to the break even. Always do that. Alex, buy at 912. Alex, you took buy at 912. So where is that? 12, 12, 12, 12. Oh, okay. So you took the buy from this area. Oh man, you catch the whole run. Perfect, man. You are still holding it. And did you take the partial? Give me two reply. Are you holding it yet? If you are holding, then did you take your partial? Just let me this two thing. If bearish could dump from here, I don't know. If bearish, it can dump from there, that dotted line, not from here. If it dump from here, I will start to look for buy again. But if it want to fall, it can dump or it can fall from either this dotted line or if it is over zealous. Okay, I'm not interested for this logic, but it can dump from that dotted line as well, which is the 15 minute gap 50%. As both of them are around the same level, it can dump from that dotted line as well. I'm not interested to see this until it doesn't reach to this dotted line. I will keep looking for buy. But as you can see, tap to this 15 minute gap 50%. Okay, over here, this is that 50% of that 15 minute gap. It can dump from there. I'm just not interested to see that. It can happen, as I told. But until this dotted line, I would love to look for a buying opportunity, brother. Okay, Alex, 940 first partial. 940 is your first partial. Where is 940? 940, 940, 940. Okay, you took the partial to that specific candle. That's cool, man. That's cool. That's cool. So, Alex, as you are profitable, man, give us some thanks, okay? And just give us some boom by holding your trade. I don't know how far you are holding the trade. Let's see if I'm wrong or if I'm right about that. What did I tell after that line? I'm only interested to look for buy. I'm only interested to frame the buy setup. You know the logic. If there is no logic, there is no trade. My logic was until that 50%. That is why I was willing to take the buy only, not sell. No sell was valid to me. Cover 110 handle is still holding. Uchuk, of course, make sure that you have taken the partial, man. I always appreciate to those people who hold their trade for the runner after taking the partial. If you don't take the partial, you are gambling. Don't do that. After taking the partial, at least put your stop loss to the break even, or you can trail your stop loss. It's up to you, but you have to take the partial. You have to put your stop loss to the break even. If you do it, man, you are doing the best job. I draw the standard deviations and expecting to -25 deviation. Let's see, Miguel. Let's see, brother. I don't draw the standard deviation, as I told. As I have the price action, I don't need the standard deviation. So for me, this dotted line, as you can see perfectly over there, nothing is hide over here. See this dotted line? This is the 15 minute fair value gap 50%. And this dotted line is 1 minute fair value gap 50%. I believe that it will reach over here. But if I'm wrong, then it can reverse from here, as both of the line are around the same level. Okay, I believe it will reach over here, but it can be dumped from there. Can be. But still, I will keep looking for buy until it doesn't reach to this 50% of this 1 minute gap. Taslim Iman, boom, thank you, man. Yes, I trailed my stop loss. That's cool, man. 950 order block, that's cool. Order block mean threshold, perfect. 950 order block, where is that? Oh, okay, that is, you are seeing this one, middle order block. Yeah, perfect, middle order block. But I believe that it will take this low before even going higher. Even if it would love to go higher, I think that it will take that low because this is the only swing low. So it will go for that low before reaching over there. But we'll see, okay? You don't need to move your stop loss. If after getting that whole profit or partial, if you get a stop out over here, it's okay. That's just my opinion, okay? From 15-minute fair value gap, constant and crossment will give me the reaction. That reaction will take the liquidity here. The liquidity will be taken and the 15-minute bullish gap will be traded before going higher again. But let's see. I can be wrong. You don't need to move your stop loss. Just wherever you put it, do it your own job, okay? Do your own job. Because if you move it and then you got stopped out, you will miss a lot of profit. So don't do it. Brother, you are the greatest wizard, really. Man, I always keep kidding, man. I'm not the wizard. I'm just like you. I'm learning. I'm just explaining my expectation. What can be my expectation? That is all I'm trying to explain here. All you have to do is you have to believe me. Why I'm saying that it can be reacted from there, take that low, because this is the 50-minute 50%. As you can see, it is respecting perfectly. That means the respect or the reaction can send the market little lower. How far it can go? For some kind of liquidity. After taking that liquidity, if there is a bullish gap from 15-minute chart, it can trade that bullish gap before going higher. If it could reach to that 50% of 1-minute gap, I would say that any kind of lower run is a great opportunity to look for sell. As it didn't reach to this area, I'm seeing this is just a reaction from 15-minute gap 50%. Because in my life, I have seen that 80% of the time market reach until the 50% of that 1-minute gap. Okay, not 15-minute gap 50%. This 15-minute gap 50% is too much important for FOMC candle. But for CPI, 1-minute gap 50% is more important area. As these two lines is very near to each other, you can see just 10 handle difference. So it can be respected now. Okay, I don't need the precise reaction from there. I don't need it. 50% already taken. The school, man. The school. 15-minute fabric C is 21700.75. Wow. Now there is a new information. Let me check. I mean, if it is not perfectly aligned, I don't know. It can be a little different. But yeah, it doesn't need to go exactly the same way or same area. It's okay. If one handle, one tick, two handle, two tick, something different, it's okay, brother. I'll remove this one. I'll remove this one. Keep this one. So I marked it one tick below. Okay, let me mark it one tick above. One tick, right? One tick. Now it's okay. Now it's 700.75. Still, it has traded the 50% of that fair value gap. You can see here 700.75. I hope that now it is exactly the same area. So let's see, as I told, it will take that liquidity, this low and that low. In the meantime, it will trade that bullish gap, then it will go higher. By the way, this is Fed Chair Powell who is started to talk. So be careful now. I'm still bullish, but just be careful. This is that 15-minute bullish gap. Keep that in your mind. As I told, after taking that liquidity and trading this 50-minute bullish gap, it can start to go higher again. If it keep falling, I'll let him fall. Not going to touch it, but it can start to fall. Obviously, it can start to fall from this 50-minute consequent cross-country rejection. Just not interested to look for sell. I'm more interested to look for buy. But let's wait for the best. Uchuk, thank you. Why is that, brother? If you ask me, now let me tell you, okay, I'm not saying to do this. If I were you, when this candle appeared to this 50%, I would put my stop loss any kind of candle which has traded this 50%, just below that area. If there is a fair value gap, I would just cover that fair value gap by one tick. You can see here, this candle tapped this 50-minute mean threshold. And like, let me show you. This is my trailing stop loss. It's really so bad. Just one tick below that gap, I put my stop loss over there. One tick below that gap. So even I know that this reaction can send the market below that order block or the middle order block or whatever it is. It can send the market below that order block. So I don't need to take that loss from there to there. This much loss, I don't need to take it. Yeah, sometimes what happens, it respect, then market start to go higher again. But yeah, I'm okay with that. But I prefer to stop out over there after that big run. This is my opinion, obviously. Oh, it's very bad, okay? Don't follow this. Okay, one guy unsubscribed, or maybe YouTube hold that guy before showing the subscription. 9755. That's cool. Little excited to get 10k subscriber. Fed started to talk. 10:30 Trump will start to talk. So you wanna take the entry, make sure that you are taking it by your own risk. It can start to fall now. I'm not interested to take the sell until next sign that will tell me that I'm really falling. Right now I'm watching that fair value gap, bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart here. I'm watching that. Can it hold the market and send it higher again? If it started to fall, maybe after closing below this first presented gap, I will start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. After body close below this first presented gap, then maybe I will start to look for sell. Until then, I will keep thinking about the buying opportunity. If it provides me buying opportunity, I'll go for that. I take my partial at the gap. That's cool, Uchuk. You did a good job then, brother. You did the best job, in my opinion. Already made 15-minute BC. Yeah, I can see. I'm watching this BC actually. So if it can respect that BC before going higher, or does it really would love to violate this BC and keep falling for this sell side liquidity? So it's a 50-50 opportunity. I will try to take the risk for taking buy, and yeah, I'll look for the buying opportunity, keep buying opportunity as market didn't reach to this 50% of that 1 minute. Though it is reacting from that 15-minute CE, I believe that it's just a reaction. That reaction sent the market lower to take the liquidity. When the liquidity has taken, I believe it will go higher again. And then when it will reach over there, I don't know what is going to happen after that. But right now, I'm looking for buying opportunity only. It can keep falling. If any of you would love to take the sell, go for it. If you ask me, don't push the button until Trump finishes speech. Okay, so you can see here, calendar 10:30, President Trump speaks. Be very careful. 100 move is just nothing by his speak. 100 handle move by 1 minute. 200 handle move by 1 minute. It's just nothing by Trump speaks. Sometimes your stop loss won't work as well. Yeah, I got back my subscriber. Now it's 56 again. Okay. Guys, push the like button, please. Like 172 people are watching, 120 likes. Please push the like button. Now you can say, brother, you are absolutely wrong. You told that market will reach to the 50%. Market came until this area. Am I wrong? Just tell me, brother, am I wrong? When market was there, I started to tell that I'm not interested to look for sell. I'm only interested to look for buy because I believe that this market will reach until this 50%. Tell me, am I wrong or am I right? Am I right or am I right? Okay, just tell me that. I need to know that. In 1 hour price is discount zone, so ready to buy. Okay, you are ready to buy. Let me check the 1 hour. Okay, from 1 hour chart, this is the 1 hour bearish gap. So market even didn't reach to this bearish gap. Even if it would love to fall, it didn't reach to this bearish gap. So obviously there could be a sell actually, sorry, buy actually up until that hourly gap. Of course, it can be the buy. Antonio, what did you say? So far, everything you have said has played out. Okay, I can see it. Thank you, brother, for that feedback. At least I guess I get one guy who told that. Thank you so much. I'm still looking for buy. Okay, I'm not thinking about the sell, but if any of you would love to take the sell, you can try that sell. I'm more interested to take the sell if and only if market close below this first presented gap. Then I will start to look for sell. Until then, I'll keep trying to look for buying opportunity. Here, this that new week opening gap, new day opening gap are aligned on the same area. You can see there. Look at this constant crossment of that new day opening gap. Tap to this constant crossment of that new day opening gap, perfectly respecting from there. See here from on my right. So I believe that it will go higher again. At the same time, this is that 15-minute bullish gap. This is the constant crossment from 15-minute chart. It is the respecting. So either way, it's telling me that maybe this market will go higher. I can be wrong. I have to wait a bit to find out my bias. Until now, even though I'm looking for buy, there is no buying opportunity. So until there is no buying opportunity, I'm not going to push the button. All I'm not going to do is I'm not going to take the sell. So even if this market keep falling, I'll miss that sell because I'm not looking for sell. So yeah, you have to understand this all. If any of you are interested to take the sell, you can please go for it. I will look for the sell if and only if market close below this first presented gap. Then I will start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. Otherwise, I'm more interested to look for the buy, which is all of this buy side liquidity. I'm more interested to see it will go for those buy side liquidity. If I go to the daily chart, you see here, this is the daily chart. Okay. Now look at that daily candle. Yesterday, this is yesterday's candle. It is an inside candle. So this candle closed inside that candle. So I'm expecting the expansion. If it is the lower expansion, there is nothing wrong. If it is the higher expansion, there is nothing wrong. I prefer it will be higher expansion. But if it is lower expansion, I will take my decision after body close below this first presented gap. Then I will start to think about the lower expansion. Until then, I will keep looking for and buying option. Watching the candle 50% over here, just watching the 50% of this candle. Can it be respected or not? Of course, you are the wizard. Thanks for the penguin, Alex. I'm going to wait until get back to first parallel gap. So at a bit, there is nothing wrong for waiting. So I will wait as well. I mean, not interested to take the sell as this market is falling, because all of this area is highly resistance area. They can stop the market, send it as higher again. If it can go through this area, this high resistance area, it can start to fall. So I will better wait for the first presented gap. When market will reach below this first presented gap, maybe I will think about the sell. Until then, I'm not interested to look for sell. In the meantime, whoever would love to take the sell, go for it. You can be absolutely profitable by taking the sell from anywhere you love to see. I was looking for the sell, I mean, that 50% which is already broken. So that week 50% doesn't have any value to me anymore. It can happen, it can fall. I'm just not interested to look for sell. That's all I told. I will go for only buy until market doesn't close below this first presented gap. And this all fall can happen because of the Trump speak. When Trump will start to speak, it will start to run again. Okay, so this whole fall can happen because of Trump speak. So it is preparing for Trump speak. It is also possible. Just not interested to enter here. Going to close that gap, lot of gap over here, so don't want to give them. What is this line? Okay. Am I going to get 4 more subscribers today? Anybody can predict that for me? So it will be 9,760 subscriber. Am I going to get it today or not? End of this month, brother. End of this month. Just predict, okay? Predict my subscriber today. I will close my stream around 11:30. Let me check how many subscribers I'm going to get today. Brother, I gave you sub after 9,755. Okay, so you are the guy who actually subscriber. I mean, my 56 number subscriber. Thank you, Crown Forex, for that, man. Thank you so much. I can guarantee you will get. Thank you. Let's see one. My prediction about the subscriber is too bad. Okay. Want me to go before closing this 50-minute candle? Thank you, Crown, and welcome to our family, brother. Now it can fall now. Okay, it's logical because that 50-minute gap 50% and 1 minute gap 50% are around the same level. See this same level. If it was like this 50-minute gap 50% is over here around this area and 1 minute is here, I would never say that it can fall from that 50-minute gap 50%. As both of them are around the same level, market or the algorithm can see this is a logical level to fall, as this is around the same level. Just difference is 10 handle, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, something like that, 10 handle, just 10 handle difference. So maybe it won't reach until the 50%. It will respect from the 50% of this 50-minute gap. Now it will fall, but I am not interested to take the sell until market close below this first presented gap. After closing below this gap, maybe I will look for the selling opportunity. Until then, I'm just not interested. Still now I'm holding my bullish bias in my mind. So if I get a buying opportunity, I'll go for it. Let's see if it can make a bullish gap here. If it reaches to this last parallel gap before taking me, I'm not going to take it. So if it tap to this last parallel gap, I will not take it because that is going to be my target. So if it come here, I'm not going to take it. If I miss it, it's absolutely okay. If I miss it, because my bias was bullish, that was the first opportunity for me to take the buy. If it doesn't give me the opportunity, it's okay, perfectly okay, because it just didn't give me the opportunity, and I'm okay with that. I'm trying to take that risk before Trump will start to speak. So this entry will be invalid if and only if it tap to this last parallel gap. Because that is my partial, at least the partial area. If it is already here, then there is no way to take that entry anymore. I don't think so it's a good idea to go for this buy anymore, because it actually went too far. And see this, there is a small gap volume balance. Either way, it has tapped to this last parallel. So in my opinion, it should not be taken anymore. Okay, I can't take this anymore, so I have to let this go. You know that I will look for buy. That was my first opportunity to look for the buy here. It just didn't give me the opportunity. I didn't take that entry. Unfortunately, it didn't give me the opportunity. I didn't take that entry. So it's okay. But I was not interested to look for sell. I was interested to look for buy only. It just didn't give me the opportunity. If you know where the market will go, if you know your bias, entry, you will wait for the entry opportunity. You will get that entry opportunity, go for that trade. If you didn't get the entry opportunity, don't take that trade. No need to think about this fall. When it was falling, I was happier. I was getting happier. Why? Because I know that now I'm going to get a more opportunity to take the buy. But as it is, it didn't provide me. I'm okay with that. Next time, I'll see next time. But please don't misunderstand me, okay? There was the first opportunity to take the buy, just this area. all other area I didn't have any opportunity. I didn't know that it will go higher. I didn't know that until this candle appeared. When this candle appeared, then I know that it is now going higher. Just market didn't give me the opportunity. I'm okay with that. Just bad luck. I'm okay with that. Grabbed long of the 847 breaker when it held mean threshold for a scalp. 847 order block mean threshold. So you took a buy, brother, from that breaker. I think you took the buy from that breaker. Okay. Now this one is a breaker. I agree with you. I didn't notice this. Okay, Kevin, I didn't notice this. To be honest, I didn't notice this. So I was just watching this area. I didn't notice what happened or any other period is over here or not. So I didn't see it. I didn't take it. Of course, that is a perfect breaker, and you can, of course, use this breaker. You did a good job, man. I have to say that you did a good job. I didn't notice that. You should tell me this before, okay, so that I could take the same entry with you, man. But yeah, I was thinking to take the buy from here. At least if I miss it from there, no worries. At least I will take the buy from there. It is risky, more risky to take the buy because I have to put the stop loss here. So I would prefer to take the buy from there. As I miss it, and I miss it. But I knew that it will go higher. I was looking for the buy only. All of you know that. But as I told, I would love to look for sell if and only if market close below this first presented gap. Then I will start to look for sell. Otherwise, buying is in my mind. So yeah, that is why I was waiting for here. I didn't get it. I'll let it go. But remember, this whole three candle is the breaker. All of this candle are the breaker. This is the most sensitive one. This one is perfect. Do you know why? Remember, there was an unfilled gap where I told that I would love to look for the breaker. Low, high, lower, low. This is the only breaker I have. That is why it's perfect. When it has filled that gap, unfilled gap by the third, fourth candle. It's the perfect unfilled gap that should be unfilled. When it has been filled, I will start to look for the breaker block. And you can see how beautifully it worked as a breaker block. I didn't notice it. I forgot about everything here. I was watching the current price action only. So current setup only. I took the buy from 935 order block. 935 order block. 935 order block. Order block 35. This one? Well, what type of order block is that? Dear money. Okay, I would love to write down boom here because this is the line I told that market will come. Even if it wants to fall, it can fall, but it has to come until this area. That is why I'm just writing boom here. Because that was my line. I wanted to see market will come. That dotted line. And you can see it came to this dotted line here. So the morning session, I don't know where you take the entry. I missed that entry over here. Like Kevin took the entry from this breaker block. Then Dear Money took the entry from this order block. I missed the trade because I wanted to take the entry from this current price action, which is this parallel gap. So from there, I wanted to take the buy. I miss it, I'm okay. I would take the partial here. I would hold my trade until this 50%. I miss it because market didn't give me the opportunity, which is absolutely perfect. I won't get the entry opportunity over here. If I saw here, I would say that I'm not getting the entry opportunity over there. I didn't notice this. I missed this trade. Most of the time when market trade the breaker block, it doesn't give me the opportunity to take entry from that uh, fair value gap or something over there. Amazing. Boom. Thank you guys. Yeah, that was my line. I wanted to see market will reach. It reached over here. Now I have to wait a bit to see if it can reach for all of this buy side liquidity, which was my bias for today. Okay. But it can now fall. Now it can fall. Any kind of fall here, I will look for sell. Any kind of fall, I will start to look for selling opportunity. Any kind of fall, any kind of sell setup, I will start to look for sell. But I am telling you, my bias is bullish. It should not fall from here. It should keep going higher from this area. But if I get a selling opportunity here, I'll go for that sell. Small scalping. Good job. Good job. M to say good job, brother. Now I have a question. I should not ask this question, but I'm asking you this question. When I told you that this market will come here to this 50% of this 1 minute gap, how many people believed that? Give me your true opinion, okay? Because that fall is really so, I mean, afraid. You should get afraid. Or that fall, you can start to feel afraid. Okay, it's not coming here. How many people, how many of you believed me that it will reach to this 50%, that dotted line? You believed from your heart, okay? Not something like, okay, it can, it cannot be. It can, it cannot be. Okay, Gupta, Archana, I got two guys. I have bought 3 Tick Profit Trader account and used your code. Thank you for teaching. You're most welcome, Red. I love you, man. Thanks for buying and thanks for using the code, man. I really appreciate that. I will look for any kind of selling opportunity. I'll look for that sell. But remember, I'm more interested to see that it will reach for this buy side liquidity. I'm really interested to see that it will go for that buy side liquidity. I'll try to take a sell for some kind of, if I get any opportunity, I'll show you that. No worries. But any kind of buying opportunity, I will not take that before any kind of manipulation. So for here, you see this manipulation, take that low. First, it has taken this low, didn't give me any buying opportunity. Then make another low, take that low, then provide me the buying opportunity. So if it can make any buying opportunity, I'll go for that. Otherwise, I am more interested to look for sell here. Thank you, Red Bull Unplugged. Thanks for using my code, man. Donichu, all of us. Okay. Thank you, Donichu. Traders Luck, I concur with you, Tritu. Thank you so much, Traders Luck. Mahdi, I trust you. That's why I'm here. Thank you, Mahdi. Some of you don't need to give me the answer or reply because I know who actually believe me. For example, Outlander, Mahdi, then whoever with me for so long now. Okay, so I know that you guys believe me 100%. I'm just asking the new people actually because they don't know what I'm doing over here. Mahdi, okay, Antonio, you. Thank you so much, Sharada. Hey, Sharada, how are you, brother? Taslim Imon, I believe. Thank you, man. Outlander, Mimi, I know that, man. It is like 100%, bro. Thank you so much. Khalid, done for today. Yeah, should be done for today because this is a huge profit. I believe that it's a huge profit. So it should be done for today. That's also what I want today. That's cool, man. There was also bullish SMT. I didn't know that M2SEC as I don't use the SMT because of the monitor problem. I have just one monitor. So I can't use the SMT. When I'll be back in Bangladesh, I will have 3 monitor. I guess then I will start to talk about the. Did I miss this? Shit. Okay, even if I miss, I am not going to cry because after 1 minute, Trump will start to talk. Okay, so maybe I miss it, but it's okay because I don't know what is going to happen when Trump will start to talk. Let's wait. 100% believe. Thank you, Jamie. I same with you. Thank you, Sarias. 100% believe you. Thank you, Nojan. In the beginning, I came here for trading, but now I only learning. You are doing the best job, man. Thank you for saying that, man. I really appreciate you. I guess I missed this trade, but I'm okay with that because Trump is going to speak, so I really don't know what is going to happen to this area or that area. It's okay. I'm not going to take it because Trump is speak. I really don't know what is going to happen. So I'll just let this go. You're the wizard. You know that I actually talk about I say that for fun, just for fun. Dear money 3000%. Okay, that's huge, man. Walaikum salam, Yusuf. Have been here for almost a year now. You're good. Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you so much, brother. Listen, I'm not pushing this button. The reason is Trump is going to speak. So I really don't know what is going to happen. That is why I'm not pushing the button. But if you ask me, I'd love to take that sell for at least until this fair value gap. Not going to take it because Trump speaking is really so crazy. So I don't want to take this one with a huge loss. You see, like 28 handle loss, at least 28 handle. I don't want to take that risk. If you ask me, I would love to go for this sell, even if I get stopped out. If there was no Trump speak, I would go for this. But as there is Trump speak, this market can keep going higher, keep going higher, keep going higher. I don't want to take the risk right now. If you want to go for that, you can go with the lowest micro contract. Okay, lowest micro contract, 1 or 2 micro contract, just small, like 1 micro contract. If you get stopped out, you will get maybe $56 loss. 1 micro contract. Just go for 1 micro contract if you want to go. By the guys, I will be back within 2 minutes. Okay, I have to drink some water. I forgot to bring my water. I have to bring the water and I'll just drink the water. Okay, I'll be back within 2 minutes. In the meantime, please push the like button. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Before going higher, before going, I would love to remind you guys, I really want to see this market will go for that buy side liquidity. But when it reach until this 50%, I would love to see some kind of reaction from there that will give me the buying opportunity. That means it has to take some liquidity before going higher. So that is why it should keep falling. Now, if it is started to fall, this is the most logical level that it can fall. If it keep going higher, I will not take any kind of buy over there before any kind of manipulation. It has to do the manipulation first. This sell is against my bias, which is the lowest probable thing. At the same time, Trump is talking over here. So I don't know exactly what is going to happen over it. That is why I didn't push the button. If any of you would love to go for this, make sure that it is just 1 micro contract. It's not even a probability. It's just an expectation, nothing else. So I'll be back within 2 minutes. Well, I'm back. If anyone would love to go, make sure that it's just one micro contract, no more than one micro contract. Suddenly you can see that there is 100 handle move. Okay, 1030 is the area where Trump has started to speak, or he will start to speak. So any kind of movement here can happen, can cause you 100 handle move. You got stopped out. Not interested to look for buy after seeing this low and that low. Though this low has taken over here by a shallow run, still I'm not interested to look for buy. Would love to see any kind of manipulation first before going higher. This buy is really low probability. No, I don't want to go for that. I don't want to go for that. I need some kind of fall first. Trump is speaking. He should start to speak now. I don't know he has started or not. Look, 10:30 a.m. President Trump speaks. See here. So he has started to speak or not, I don't know. 10:30 a.m. Anybody can confirm that he started to speak or not? That is the only setup I framed today, which is a losing trade. So I'll keep it over there like that way. Wow. Listen, to be honest, I don't want to trade right now. Okay, to be honest, I don't have that courage to push the button right now. The reason is Trump is speaking, anything can happen. So I would love to wait a bit to calm down this market first. If anyone would love to go for it, please go for it. But I don't have that courage. Just let me know when they they have stopped talking. This Trump will stop talking. Let me know that. Right now, I'm just not interested to trade. It can keep going higher. It can keep falling. 100 handle, 200 handle move, which is really impossible for me to frame. Uh, Taylor, just let me know when they have finished. Okay, when they will finish, just let me know. Tough to take trade now. 1 minute candle are 30-40 points each. Yes. I agree with you, brother. I'm just not interested to touch it right now. Let him a bit calm down, then I'll see. This day today is really difficult, so difficult to trade. Really so difficult, man. I prefer some fall first. Even if it wants to go higher, I prefer some fall first to take some liquidity. Then it can start to go higher. It's okay. But I prefer some fall first. Not nowadays. Today is shitty. Tomorrow should be a very beautiful day to trade. Tomorrow should be a good day to trade. If you ask me this week, tomorrow is the only day where it should be so beautiful. Just my opinion, by the way. Okay, this is today's midnight open. This is 8:30 open. Market is in discount. Still, it is in discount. This is the 8:30 open. This is the midnight open. I would love to take a buy here. Little risky, but I'll go for it. Okay, I'll take the buy here. Stop loss I'll put below this area, around this area, around here, just below that candle. Not high probability, but it's a probability to me. I will try to catch it. Go for the target profit for this midnight open. This is gonna be my target profit. I'll take the partial to this rejection block. Okay, over here. I'll try to take the partial over here. Entry from this gap. Stop loss should be 18, 19 handle, something like that. First partial should be 32 handle. Target will be there. I know that I'm forcing the market, but I really would love to see it will go higher. Force he speak not now. Oh, okay. So he will speak after 4 hours. Okay, that's cool. I saw that reaction from this area. I saw it. Okay, so it can keep falling. It's a risky entry, but I would really love to catch that buy from this gap. If the body close below this gap, I will close my trade manually. Okay, I put my stop loss over there so that I can't get stopped out by the weak. If one body close below this gap, I will close my trade manually. Otherwise, I will hold it until this rejection block. So my mouse will be there. I will close the position if I see any body close below this gap. Even if it works, I don't care. I'll just close it manually. If the body close below this gap. Because I'm believing this gap will hold the market, send it higher again. After reacting from this area, look at on my right here, this is that new opening gap, new week opening gap, low, they're holding the market. So if they hold the market, send it lower, I can get a stopped out. As I'm leaving this gap here, that gap, I will close my trade manually if I see a body close below this gap. Otherwise, I will try to take the partial here, then put my stop loss to the break even. We'll try to get the profit until the midnight open, which is absolutely a perfect area to reach in a premium zone. In the meantime, body close below this gap, I'll close my trade. Okay. By the way, it stopped me out without before later. I mean, before I close it, it closed me by himself. Okay, but I would close my trade if the body could close below this gap. If it could close below this gap, one tick below this gap, I would close my trade by manually, because this gap should hold the market. Body should not close below this gap. That's a low probability, but it wasn't possible entry opportunity over there. If this market failed to take this low, if this market failed to take this low, closed above this gap, I'll take re-entry from this gap again. But if it go below this low, one tick below that low, this gap I won't use anymore to take my entry. After Fairchap, I will speak, it's really always really so tough to trade. Just clearly tell that if this low is taken, I will wait for another setup to take the entry. If this low is not taken, market close above this gap, I will take rebuy from there. In the meantime, if any of you would love to take the sell from here or anywhere else, you can try for that as well, because market can simply start to fall now for all of this fair value gap to fill. It can start to fall. I am just not interested to see that. So I will not use this one. Okay. So over here. Perfect. If I want to take a sell, I will wait for a 15-minute bearish gap. I took this one because the stop loss was smaller. Okay, if it was like huge, what to say, I mean huge stop loss, I wouldn't go for that, by the way. So this low is taken. I am not going to take my entry from this gap anymore. This entry is not valid anymore. As this low is taken, now I will wait for another setup. If there is another setup, I'll go for the buy. If there is no other setup, no buy for me. As this low is taken, this is the low, which is the real low, which has taken the liquidity. So I can't use this gap anymore to take my buy here. Do I want to take a sell? I will go for sell if there is a 15-minute bearish gap. No 15-minute bearish gap, no sell to me. Right now time is 10:50. That means it's inside the macro. If you have watched my macro video, you know that when market will be inside the macro, first it will take the liquidity. Where it has taken that liquidity, any kind of higher market structure shift is my high probable buying opportunity for 20 handle. Any kind of higher market structure shift is my high probable buying opportunity for 20 handle, depending on that macro. Like if you guys are talking about the fall, you see this reaction from there. Look at the reaction. So this is why it is low probability to take the buy, because it is reacting from this area. Look at this reaction from here. See, new day opening gap, new week opening gap, low. I believe it will go higher a bit above the midnight open. As it didn't reach above the midnight open, I believe it will go higher, at least until this midnight open. That is why I'm holding the bullish bias yet. But if you want to take a sell, you guys please go for it. Now, if you don't feel confident, don't go for the trade. But I'm talking about that I'm interested to take the buy. I'm taking it by my own risk. You don't need to copy my trade. If you think that it will go lower again, don't take the buy. Just simple, brother. Okay. If you see this is relatively equal loss, so market will take that relatively equal loss. Don't take the buy. Just simply don't take it. Why didn't you take me? Okay. Look, my stop loss is 15 handle, not a huge stop loss. I can take that risk. Target profit will be this midnight open. I will try to take a partial to this rejection block. I'm not here. I'm here to explain my expectation. What is that? When market has taken this low, I am using new PDRA. If market didn't take that low, I will use this same PDRA over here to take my buy. I don't need a new PDRA. I'll keep using this PDRA. See this gap? That means before taking this low, if it could close above this gap, I would enter over here. It came here, take that relatively equal loss, trade that bullish gap from 15-minute chart. Logic is market didn't reach until this midnight open. I'm preferring to look for a buying opportunity. I saw that my stop loss is 15 handle. Perfect. In this volatile area, it's perfect. So I will take that risk. If you think this is relatively equal loss, market will take that relatively equal loss, then it will go higher. Wait for that. Simple, brother. Just simple. But let me explain my expectation, my knowledge here. Am I right? No, I can be wrong. Perfectly. See here, I was wrong here. I can be wrong here as well. Wait for the perfect thing. Then go for the trade. I waited for the entry here. I waited for that. I missed that trade. Shit happens. So please, this gap doesn't have any value to me. Okay, so I'm going to remove this gap. This is that inverse gap. Market tap to this gap, take that liquidity. So it's my perfect inverse gap. I want to see that this gap will hold the market, send it higher at least until this rejection block, and then most probably until this midnight open. So as market didn't reach until this midnight open, I prefer that it will reach until this midnight open, which is a real premium zone. Here it's like 9 handle. How much did it reach over here? Around this area. Okay, 16 handle. I took a risk for 15 handle. If I close my trade over there, am I profitable? Just 1:1. Do you think it's profitable? What I'm showing you here, the level I'm expecting market will go. Here, do I need that? Absolutely not. Here, look at this area. Where is my first partial? 43 handle is my first partial. Do you think it's trading? I'm showing it so that I can explain the whole price action over here. That is why I'm holding the trade. You don't need to hold it. Take the partial in between 15 to 25 handle. Wherever you can take the partial, take it. 72 handle, whatever. How much it has provided you? 20 handle already. It has provided you 20 handle. Is that enough for taking the partial for being profitable? Ask yourself. Yeah, of course. If you wait for that it will take that low, then trade the order block, then it will go higher. Perfect, man. Wait for that. Wait for that. Now, for example, you took that entry. For example, just for example, you took that entry. Take a partial over there, put your stop loss to the break even. Already you got the profit, right? 20 handle profit you got. Take a partial around 20 handle, put a stop loss to the break even. Simple. But let me do my job. Oh, okay, US 100 is different, brother. It's like you want to get the perfect price over there. It should be Nasdaq NQ chart. If you want the exact price action, it should be the NQ chart. So US 100 chart is little different. So I hope we both are agree with this. I saw that it has taken this low, which is the liquidity. So market has taken the liquidity, trade the 15-minute bullish gap here. So I am preferring that this market will go higher for this midnight open. I have the logical level over here, midnight open. I prefer it will go over there. That is why I took that entry. Look where I put my first partial, 43 handle. You don't need to take the partial around 43 handle. Trust me, man. Take the partial in between 15 to 25 handle, anywhere over there. Put your stop loss to the break even. You are more. That's more than enough for being profitable. Now you guys are worrying about my entry. Now let me put my stop loss to the break even. Okay, I put my stop loss to the break even. So if I get a stop out, I'll get a stop out to the break even. I didn't get any loss. Okay? As you are worrying about that, let me do it like this. Now happy. Everyone is happy. Everyone is happy now. You're worrying about your stop loss. Now stop loss is gone. There's no loss. I didn't take this entry. Okay, I didn't take this entry. Oh man. Actually, I saw that this order block is respecting. That's why I put my stop loss to the break even. I didn't put my stop loss to the break even without any reason. See this order block, highest up close, body close candle. Look at the open. The open is respecting here to that candle, especially that candle. This candle, when this candle appeared on the chart, this is a valid order block. So as this order block is holding the market, it can start to fall again. Like you guys were expecting, this will be taken and market will trade the 50-minute bullish gap. It is possible that it is going to happen from that order block. So I put my stop loss to the break even. If it happens, I'll get a stop out to the break even. All I'm not doing it, I'm not taking any partial over here. But if you are trading, try to make sure that you have taken a partial in between 15 to 25 and anywhere. Take a partial, then put your stop loss to the break even. So even if you get a stop out to the break even, you will get your profit over there. Simple. Got a stop out to the break even. Okay, look at this order block. When I saw it is respecting, I put my stop loss to the break even. Simple. In between, if you take some partial, okay, But if you ask me, my stop loss should be there because this order block reaction can send the market again to retest this inverse fair value gap one more time before going higher. This is called the reaction. But here, if I do that and if I am wrong, trust me, man, I won't be here because of your comment. So now I'm okay. Now I can explain. There is no problem, right? Because I'm not in this trade. Now look at this. This is that order block reaction sent the market again to retest either the order block, which is the lowest down close body close candle in that fall. This is a perfect order block. This order block sent the market to retest this order block or this inverse gap. If this candle can close one tick above that high with a fair value gap over here, you will see how beautifully it will come over there. In between that, this rejection block is the most sensitive line which can stop the market. This rejection block, okay, it can stop the market. I'm not saying that it has to break this rejection block. I'm not in this trade anymore. Now I can simply explain this one. Otherwise, this is what it is. Just keep watching. I'm not in this trade anymore. Your stop loss has to be there, covering this order block. This order block. See this order block? Now this candle low, just covered that low as well here. Now keep watching. First of all, it has to close above that line with a bullish fair value gap. If it happens, that bullish gap will be unfilled. It will reach until this area. Then it can come back again to this bullish fair value gap before reaching to this area. So all I'm showing you here like this way. Come here, bullish fair value gap, there. Just keep that in your mind. Rejection or reaction from this order block, from that order block, sent the market until this order block or the inverse gap. Retest it before sending it higher. Now this is your propulsion block. See this candle? Is it? Oh, it's not yet because market didn't close above that line. So if it can close above this candle, that could be my propulsion block. As it didn't close, so it's not my propulsion block. But when the market will close above this candle, until now, before happening any other lowest body close candle, it's my propulsion block. When the body will close above this propulsion block, it's gonna stop the market, sending it higher. If this candle is going to close below that candle, then I will see this one as my propulsion block. By the way, Trump is going to speak after 4 hours, right? But the market seems like Trump is speaking right now. 20 handles. Okay. So until now, this is my propulsion block. So it has to close above that line, that propulsion block. Keep watching. I'm not in this state, so no need to worry about that. Because if I'm wrong, guys, you will just kill me by your comment. Reaction is from this order block. This is just a reaction. I believe this is just a reaction. Liquidity has been taken here. When this low has taken over here, it doesn't need to come back again to take this liquidity because of time. The time is around the lunch hour, just before the lunch hour. It has to show me some kind of sign that will help me to think that the whole PM session will be bullish. So that sign should show me this, that I'm going higher. It is a little consolidating. Let him be consolidated a little bit. I really don't know why it is consolidating because it's already after, past 11. So this is 11 candle after 11. I really don't have any idea why it is consolidating. Nobody should close below the 50% of this inverse gap. If the body close below this 50% of this inverse gap, then it's going to be a low probability. I prefer to mark the 50% of that candle. This is the mean threshold of that order block. Well, this is not the mean threshold because the order block open and the 50% are around the same level. So this is the perfect order block. For marking the mean threshold, I have to go body to body. This is the mean threshold. This is the order block open. This is the mean threshold. Nobody should close below the 50% of this inverse gap. Keep watching, keep listening to me. what I'm saying. Your stop loss should be there, one tick below this order block. You will keep watching to see that if market can close above that candle and there is a fair value gap. That is all I need right now. That will help me to trail my stop loss. Are you sure, Big Mod? Are you sure? If you are sure, then I will push the sell button. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course it can go for that loss. Of course it can go for that loss. I'm just kidding. I didn't want to see body close below this inverse gap. Really, it is disappointing to me when it closed below this inverse gap 50%. This 50% of that order block, if it failed to hold the market, the body close below this market, of course it can go for this relatively equal loss and also for that order block. I just don't want to see that. I want to see it will keep going higher. If it doesn't, I'll get stopped out over here. Perfectly, I'll get stopped out over here. After taking the partial, if you hold your stop loss over there, maybe you will get stopped out over there. But taking the partial, putting the stop loss to the break even is the best way to trade. The best way to trade. When the Fed Chair Powell speak around 10 a.m. So this is that 10 a.m. here. After that Fed Chair Powell speak around 10 a.m. market give a big run, started to consolidate. This whole area, wherever I will try to trade, you can't hold your trade for so long. You have to make sure that you have taken the partial in between 15 to 25 handle. After taking the partial, put your stop loss to the break even. Fed is the most difficult person to trade, in my opinion. It can be highly volatile accumulation. Highly volatile accumulation. Fed Chair Powell is still talking. I didn't know that, man. Somebody please stop him. What he's talking about? It's almost 1 hour. What he is talking about, man? Oh, guys. I was watching here to see a body close above that high with a fair value gap. If I saw that, it could go over there. It didn't do that. Respect that order block. Still, this is the reaction from this order block, and it can send the market a bit lower as well. I don't know how far it will go, but I am not interested to see that when I saw that market is respecting this order block to put my stop loss lower or anywhere. Will put my stop loss to the break even. If I can get some partial, the school where you saw that 20 handle move, it's a great area to take the partial 20 handle. By the way, anybody took that entry? And did you take the partial around 20 handle? Just let me know if any of you do that. He's testifying. Let him testify, man. Powell is dangerous. This is the only guy I don't know how to trade him. I'm really helpless over here. When he talk without the FOMC, I have no idea how to handle him. Sanju, you took that. Did you take the partial, brother? And did you put your stop loss to the break even? Let me know that as well, brother. I showed it until this area just to hold and explain the whole price action. As it has been reversed, before reversing, what did I say? This order block. After seeing this order block, I put my stop loss to the break even. After putting the stop loss, what did I say? I didn't put my stop loss break even without any logic. I saw this order block is respecting. I can get stopped out. So I will put my stop loss to the break even. 5 accounts I took profit at partial. Oh, that's cool, man. What do you think about bearish to sell set? Now, I'm not bearish, brother. I'm only bullish. I had the opportunity to look for the bearishness from the 1 minute fair value gap 50%. When market has broken that 1 minute fair value gap 50%, I'm not bearish anymore. I'm extremely bullish now. If I would love to look for a bearishness, I need a 15-minute big gap here before thinking about that bearishness. I need that gap, and then if it tap to this gap, maybe I will look for the bearishness, but I'm not interested to look for bearishness anymore. So even if it keep falling, I will miss all the sell. I will not go for the sell. I will go for the buy only. Okay, I had one contract, 5 accounts. I took profit at partial. Perfect, ma'am. If you have the one contract, then you have to take the partial. I mean, profit to the partial area. Absolutely, you have to do that. But you did a good job, man. 20 handle, 19 handle, 18 handle, partial for one contract is not bad. Near about $400, $350. Huge, man. So let's see if it can. I mean, Fed is speaking. Really, I'm really helpless when Fed keep speaking. I thought that he has done. He has done. This thing didn't happen. I was expecting it will happen. It didn't happen. I don't need to think that if this happen, then I will believe that it will go over there. If it doesn't happen, I have the idea what is happening over here. The reaction from this order block. How far it will fall, I have no idea. Maybe all of this unfilled area. Maybe it will come here to this gap before going higher. I don't know. When it will come here, I will start to look for buy again. Sell? No, I want to go for the sell. No sell is valid to me. By the way, how was today's price action? Just let me know. Yeah, I was wrong over here. And you can say I was wrong over here as well, but a small partial, a small trade, 20 handle, I believe that it's good. In this low probable area, 20 handle is absolutely perfect. I tried to take a buy here, didn't get the opportunity. That outlined, I didn't take it because it was after 9. That buy, just let me know. I just let this sell go. Then that sell, I will let this go as well. I will keep looking for buying opportunity. Of course. How was the session for today? Still waiting for the first parabolic gap. First parabolic gap has been traded already. I don't know it will go over there or not, but first parabolic gap has been traded already. I just missed it today because I didn't mark the volume balance today. So that was the volume balance. It came to this volume balance and then went higher. If you watch yesterday, if you take a look here, yesterday we didn't have any volume balance. Let me show you. Look, it closed there, it opened exactly same area, so there was no volume imbalance over there, no volume balance. In below here, I had the volume balance, but either way my stop loss is going to cover the low, so I don't need to worry about that volume balance. But here there was no volume balance. If you look in Monday, this is the Monday, let's see here, that is the volume balance. You have to mark it from the volume balance over there. So when this candle tap to this volume balance, I have to take the buy from there. Stop loss is going to be just below that candle which has made this first presented gap valid. One tick below that area, you can see it's just 16 handle for 25 handle target from that volume balance. Same thing here. First presented gap for the first time, market came here for the first time. I'm going to use it just one time. That is going to be the entry. Stop loss is going to be below the candle which has made the first parabolic gap valid. So it will be there, 20 handle, or maybe little above. Okay, just make it here. 21 handle. Stop loss for 25 handle target. So that is the 25 handle target. For today, this is for today. This is the first presented gap from the volume balance. Market tapped over here. I have to take the entry from this area. Stop loss is going to be below that candle which has made this first presented gap. As you can see, it has 31 handle. I will take the risk 25 to 25, 1:1. So 25 handle stop loss for 25 handle profit. I miss it. To be honest, I didn't notice that volume balance over there. Then I guess, who was that guy? I don't remember. See this volume balance over here? I didn't notice this volume balance. It's really so important, that volume balance. Okay. Still, I'm bullish. I'm not interested to look for sell. I will look for sell if there is a bearish gap, big gap. Okay, and market go close below this first presented gap, then I will start to think about the sell for this sell side liquidity. Until then, I am bullish. I would love to see this market will come here and it will try to take all of this buy side liquidity. So it has to show me the sign that I'm bullish. Right now, I'm more interested about this order block, as this 50-minute bullish gap has been broken. Order block open, mean threshold of this order block, any of this level, anywhere it will give me a buying opportunity, I'll try to take that buy. Right now, I have this buy side liquidity. That should be the partial here. That should be the partial because this is too clean. They're too clean. That should be the partial, and then this midnight open is gonna be my target. After 11:30, I really don't want to trade. I guess it's 11:17. I am done for today. I'm gonna close my session. But before closing the session, tell me, did you learn anything from here? Tell me the true opinion. Give me your true opinion. Okay, just give me your true opinion. The way I explained this price action, or 1 minute candle CE, low probable area to take the entry, this entry, everything. Then I framed that buy, but I didn't give me the opportunity. I didn't really notice this breaker block or that breaker block order block. I didn't notice none of them. So if I noticed them, then I would push my button when this candle closed over there. I wouldn't wait for the gap over here. It closed there, that will be my entry. Stop loss is going to cover that candle low or the breaker block high. That could be my stop loss. Even if I don't want to take my entry from this breaker block, to be honest. But when I saw it has violated this gap, this candle close, I am already in the market. Something like that way. Okay, that would be the first partial. This high or the 50%, if you remember the 1 minute gap, 50% would be my target. I didn't know that it will go over here. It is falling. I don't care about that. The fall is the greatest opportunity for me to take the buy. Any kind of fall is the greatest opportunity for me to take the buy. Okay, thank you, James. A lot. Thank you, brother. Anybody else? I need some more comment, brother. If you are not in a trade, then just give me some more comment. If you learned something from today's session, if you really think that it's helpful, okay, please. Estimate trading at the same time is really difficult, bro, but the way you navigating is great, bro. Thank you, M2Sec. As I told, brother, if I'm in a trade, it's really so difficult for me to hold that things. The reason is people keep watching the opposite things, right? What I'm looking for here, buy, you are looking for sell. So you will obviously give your opinion that this market is going to fall. And as I'm a human being, I'm looking for a buying opportunity. When you will say there is a selling opportunity, I will start to notice the bearish period, and it will believe me, it will make me low confident. It's really difficult to trade in front of a lot of people. Everyone has their own opinion, own insight of this market. Where I'm looking for buy, you can simply look for sell around this area, right? I'm looking for buy, thinking it will come here. Where you are looking for sell from there, that it will come here. So in that same area, both of us can be profitable. But it's difficult for me because I'm doing the streaming. So trading and streaming is really so difficult. It's easier for me not to push the button. Instead of pushing button, just explaining the price action that I'm expecting it will come here, then here, and then here, and then here. Something like that. I'm watching buying opportunity. Any kind of buy, I'll look for that. I have already got my buying opportunity, but I'm not going to, see this candle, last down close candle, this is my order block. I have already got my buying opportunity from there by believing that this is keep going higher. But to be honest, it's really so difficult to go for it because you guys are here, and if I'm wrong, for example, if I'm wrong, maybe it won't go higher. If I am wrong, it's a great impact for the channel, for everything. So when I'm looking for buy, I will go every kind of PDR I will get. to look for the buy. Here, see this order block entry from there, same order block here. I would love to look for the order block entry from there, from 1 minute chart. Why? Because I saw that this market came to this order block. This fair value gap is not valuable anymore. So it came to this order block. Now it will keep going higher. How far it will go? If I take the buy here, for example, just for example, I took the buy from there. Okay, just for example, see this gap, that specific gap, I'll take a partial over there. I have to take the partial over there. Now stop loss is there, 10 handle, it should be there of course, but if you can put it over there, that is the best case of scenario, if you can put it over there. But this gap should be my partial. If I can take the partial over here, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. I'll go for this buy side liquidity over here with trailing stop loss. Now if I push the button and market go against me, because this is not a high probable entry, right? This is understand possibility. As I'm looking for buy, I'm looking for every kind of order block entry opportunity. Same order block, same order block. If I'm wrong, you know what is going to happen. If you are new, you will start to say that, okay, this guy is over trading and he doesn't have any idea to take the buy. When I took that buy from there, some of you saw this, that relatively equal loss. I know that this is the relatively equal loss. It can be taken because this is a shallow run. What did I talk about this? The obvious liquidity. So it can go for that obvious liquidity. But before reaching over here, it has to reach in a certain level. This is the only thing I have here around this area, only thing, order block. So when it will reach over there, if I don't take the partial, at least I'll put my stop loss to the break even. If I'm wrong, I'll get stopped out to the break even. I'm not worrying about that because I know what I'm doing here. And that is the thing I keep explaining to you. This is called trading, man. By the way, you can see that I'm wrong here. By the way, but yeah, I just gave you an example, man. Tim, but you are not human. You are a robot wizard. Don't say like that, Tim. Don't mock me, man. How are you, Tim? Everybody, every day it's helpful. Thank you, Madhi, for that great comment. 2 years, but I feel like a beginner. I still have a lot to try and learn. You are maybe one of the best teachers on YouTube. You have a teaching gift. Thank you for what you do, Nicolo Bruno. Hey, Nicolo, thank you so much, brother. I'm not a teacher, by the way. I am also learning like you are. Okay, so don't call me teacher. All I'm doing here, just explaining my expectation, what I'm expecting. I will take the buy here. I'll get stopped out here. As this is low probability, the stop loss is smaller. I will try to take rebuy over there by putting in a logical level my stop loss when it will valid as an order block. I will get one loss here. I'll get another loss here. If it is smaller, like 8 handle, 10 handle, I know that this market will go higher. As I know that, I will take at least 2 to 3 tries. If the stop loss is smaller, 2 to 3 tries, 1 or 2 will be lost. Third one will go for extreme profit. Same thing here. If I would love to take a buy, if you ask me where I want to take a buy, this is the area where I would love to take a buy. See this candle closed above this open. Okay, no, sorry, my mistake. I don't want to go the buy over here because the body didn't close above the high of this candle. If it could close above the high of this candle, that order block, I would love to take the buy. Same thing here. See this candle. When market will close out that candle, this is my perfect order block. I'll try to take the order block entry over there. If I would love to wait for the perfect setup, that is different matter. For the perfect setup, I will go for my maximum stop loss. 20 handle. If it is highly volatile, maybe 25 handle, 30 handle, something like that. I'll go for that. But if it is low probability, I will always look for 10 to 12 handle maximum, because so that I can take 2 more tries before stopping trading. Because one entry for 25 handle, if it is a loss, I will miss all the opportunity. So I will divide that 25 handle into 3 trades. 8 handle, 8 handle, 8 handle, 3 trades. 2 8 handle I took loss. Last 8 handle will provide me 40 handle profit. Good. Like here yesterday, before closing, okay, like yesterday, I was looking for buy. So I will keep looking for buying opportunity. Every single area I will get the opportunity, I'll keep looking for buy. If you are with me in my Discord, let me show you this entry, okay? Just let me show you closing. I'm sorry for that, but just let me show you. Okay, good brother. Thank you, Tim, for letting me know. Brother, sometimes I miss you. I miss your name. Team Harmon is not here. You don't need to worry about the rest of us. Do you remember the Harmon man? Oh man, that was the guy. I really misbehaved with him. I should ask sorry to him, to be honest. I should ask sorry to him. I really misbehaved with him. Random, he started conflict with me for the randomness. There's nothing random. Just let me show you. Yeah, here. Look at this and this, okay? I tried first breaker block entry. I'll show you this. When I got stopped out, I did the same job in our Discord, outlined the same area. So this is that breaker block. See, I got stopped out here. I took the same entry from this inverse gap. Now I'm coming to the same area in my price action yesterday. This is that area. I waited for the breaker block entry. Let me show you, okay? See this highest up close body close candle, that was my breaker block. Here. So when it closed above this breaker block, I tried to took and buy from this breaker block. Stop loss covered here, just the 50% of that week, which is 11 handle loss. Just look over here. This is an 11 handle loss. So I took that 11 handle loss. I wouldn't go for that entry. If I saw it's like 21 handle stop loss, I wouldn't go for that. I knew it that market is going for that buy side liquidity. I am overconfident that market will reach over there. So I tried here one time. Now it didn't work. So what I did, when I got that first inverse gap, I tried to take another entry from that first presented gap. Okay, so it will be from there. Stop loss, I think so far I remember I covered that low. Just let me check if I covered that low or not. I forgot actually where did I put my stop loss. Yeah, I just covered that low. See here, that low I just covered. This low I covered by my stop loss. Here, another 11 handle risk. I took another 11 handle risk. I'm targeting this 43 handle, and this is the perfect area to take the partial. This is the perfect area. So 28 handle profit. Yes, sir. I took a 11 handle loss, but here I got 28 handle profit, and then maybe I'll get stopped out around this area here somewhere. Most of my contract I'll close over there because this is the most logical level market can reverse. It came until this area here to here. It was 7 handle distance. Let me show you. I was watching this market. 7 handle distance just. Look. Okay, 7 handle 3 tick. I'm sorry. 7 handle 3 tick. It was missed my target for 7 handle 3 ticks. So what happened? After, as my target is there, as it didn't reach over here, I know I have a loss for 11 handle. I'll take the partial over there, then I'll start to trail my stop loss. And finally, this candle here, this candle, I'll get stopped out when it just break that fair value gap over here. See this fair value gap, small fair value gap. When this breached that fair value gap, I'll get stopped out because my stop loss would be just 1 tick below that gap. All of these things I keep showing you this. Now, what can happen if I get stopped out here? Then market can take that buy side liquidity. I'm okay with that, but I'm not okay of that fall, because if it started fall and my stop loss is over here, I will miss that small loss profit over there. I don't want to miss that small loss. That is why my trailing stop loss is very bad. Don't look at that. Sometimes you'll see I got a stop out, then market has hit my target profit. But I'm okay with that because I'm afraid of that fall. I'm more curious. I'm more greedy. I'm really so greedy. I don't want to lose my profit. After taking the partial, I got stopped out. Am I loss here? 11 handle loss, 28 handle profit. Is it enough? I think so. I tried to hit it by side liquidity. It didn't. I'm not 100% right, man. I am not kind of today's price action. As I told, market will reach to the 50% of that 1 minute cap. At the beginning of this stream or after the 8:30 run, what did I say? I don't care about anything. Market can keep falling. I don't care about that. But all I care, market will reach to this 50%. Until it doesn't reach to this 50%, I'm not interested to look for sell. So I will only frame the buy. Whenever market will fall, I will frame the buy. Sometimes I'll get stopped out. but most of the time I know that I'm gonna get huge profit, a huge profit, man. When it reach to this 50% here, I'm more interested to frame a sell from that 50%. From that order block, I am preferring to take a sell from that order block if the stop loss is smaller. Okay, for example, it's a very small stop loss. Why? Because my bias is bullish, market will go for that buy side liquidity. I know that, but I'm expecting that it will respect that 50%. At least it will fall a bit. If it can fall a bit, I'll just catch that fall. So if the stop loss is smaller, like 10, 12, 30 handle, as it was CPI, so it can be little bigger, like 20 handle, it's okay for me. I will make sure that it's the lowest contract size. I'll just catch that trend or retest or something like that from that order block by depending on that 50-minute constant crossment rejection. I didn't get it. When I failed to take it, did I ever talk about sell again? If you remember, I told that I'm more interested to take the sell here. When it didn't work, did you ever see that I'm framing any sell? No, I'm not interested to sell. Every single time market will fall, I'll frame the buy. Every single time market will fall, I'll frame the buy. This is how I trade. It has to have some logic. For example, this candle reached to this midnight open. No, I wouldn't look for the buy or sell. I wouldn't look for the buy anymore. It didn't reach to this line. I believe that it will reach to that line. So it is giving me the idea to look for the buy. Look here to this fair value gap. So here I took a buy maybe around this order block. I got stopped out. Then market never make the order block. Never. This candle didn't build as an order block. Fall again. Look at that candle. See this candle? It closed above this candle. Tap to this candle again. I'd love to take the buy from that candle again. Stop loss is going to cover that order block, that same order block. This area is going to be the same area. I'm going to take the partial here, that last fair value gap. I'll try to take the partial here. Then I'll hold my trade over there after putting my stop loss to the break even. If and only if it is smaller, that stop loss is smaller. If I see it's huge stop loss, then I'll try to take more precise entry from here, something like around this area, or if I would love to take that entry, I'll try to cover the min threshold of that order block to make it 12 handle or 15 handle, something like that. We'll try to take the partial most logical level, which is over here around this area, the most logical level. Try to take the partial over there, hold my trade until this area by putting my stop loss here. Take my entry there. Do I have any last fair value gap? No. Do I have relatively equal highs? No. Do I have any other bearish bid area? No. What do I have? Order block. This is the open. Took my entry, take the partial over here. Let me show you this, okay? Took my entry, take my partial here, which is near about 20 handle or something like that. I don't remember how much it was. Take the partial here, put my stop loss to the break even. Got stopped out? I don't care. Came here, make another order block, take entry, got stopped out with 10 to 12 handle, something like that. Took another entry here. Just keep watching how many times it is going to work if I work with my logic, with my target. Look here, 27 handle, okay? So here I got a loss of 11 handle. For example, I got a loss here for 11 handle. Here I got profit 20 handle, got stopped out to the break even. Here I got 11 handle loss, 27 handle profit. If it works until this area, perfect, I'll get a huge profit. 70 handle, I'm okay with that by trailing stop loss, something like that. If it is inside the session or everything is aligned. This is how I trade. My bias is there. This is my bias. I'll keep looking for buying opportunity. It is falling, I will let all the fall go. No, I don't want to go for that fall. Now, you don't want to go for this order block. What can you do? Wait for the setup. What type of setup? When market is falling around this area, market has fall, right? Then, is there any market structure shift do you see? For example, this is your market structure shift. This is the fair value gap, entry gap. This is the breakaway gap. Market tap to this entry gap, take your buy. This is a high probable entry opportunity because you have now a setup. Just for example, okay? It has taken all the liquidity, market structure shift here, fair value gap, trade that fair value gap, keep going higher. High probable because now you have the setup over there. Right now around this area, it has taken all the liquidity. Do you have the market structure shift? You have the market structure shift. Entry fair value gap. This is the entry gap. Do you have any breakaway gap? No, you don't have any breakaway gap. So here from this gap, stop loss has to cover at least the candle has made the fair value gap. Take the entry from this fair value gap. Now can make it little high, bigger now. 20 handle, 22 handle. Why? Because now you have the setup. You have the setup. You are not working with the order block or something. You have the model now. See, you have the model. It's more high probable things if it is inside the session, of course. Outside of the session, I'm not talking about that. I'm just giving you the example. I'm looking for buy and I have found the setup over here. Now it doesn't need to be the 22 YT model. It doesn't need to be the 22 YT model. It can be your inverse gap. So remember here the inverse gap, or where was that? There was the inverse gap. Look at this gap. I'm sorry guys, as it is hindsight, I really don't talk about the hindsight, but I would love to show you. This is the inverse gap. Market tap to this gap, take that liquidity. This is the candle which has closed above this inverse gap. The very next candle tap to this inverse gap. Take the entry from this inverse gap, okay? From there. Where should be your stop loss? Below the 50% of that inverse gap. Just below that 50%. Now we can did the damage. So where you will put? Just below that inverse gap, because you are going to believe that nobody is going to close below that inverse gap. Nobody is going to close it. Now as you can see, there is a gap below this inverse gap and your stop loss is going to support it. It's going to support to put it until where? 20 handle. Support it. Why you will take the risk over here? You took the risk over here, you got stopped out, no worries. Body again closed above this gap, take re-entry over there. Otherwise you can put the logical level over here. Take the entry from this perfect inverse gap. Sorry, let me show you. Perfect inverse gap. By the way, guys, you can hear me, right? I'm talking about, I don't know, you guys can hear me. Take a partial over here around this area. No, sorry. Let me mark it actually. Then I will talk about this partial, taking partial. I will talk about this taking. Please believe me, it's not as I have seen that it went through this, so I'm saying it. No, please don't just disbelieve me, okay? Now if you take the entry to this inverse gap, you can't take the partial to this last gap. Why? Look at this, just 8 handle move. You take a risk 19 handle. You can't take the partial to 8 handle if you take the entry from this inverse gap, because you are late. You didn't take your entry from this order block. You didn't take your entry from this 22 YT model fair value gap. So you can't take the partial over here. You take that inverse gap, so you have to take that risk. Most logical level, rejection block. See this high? Most logical level here. What is that? 29 handle, something like that. Take the partial over there, put your stop loss to the break even, let the rest go until the area you know that market will go. It will go, you know that market will come here, take all of this buy sell liquidity, don't give a shit. This is the area that is the liquidity. Market is reaching for that liquidity if it can go through this rejection block. Now until this rejection block, you took that entry, and until that rejection block, or if there is any other last fair value gap, of course, it's 29 handle. Do you really feel good to hold this trade until this 29 handle, where you know that 15 to 25 handle is the most logical level to take the partial? Trust me, man. In between 15 to 20, this is the most logical level I can take the partial, which is more than 25 handle. So what I will do, I will go until 25 handle. I will take the partial over there randomly, because my first logical, it will go over there. Okay, I'm not saying that it's falling, so I'm showing it's because please don't hold it until this area. It will go over there. Trust me, man. It will go over there. I'm just telling you what should you do. It will give you the partial over there. I repeatedly telling you, but I'm just telling you before it hit over there. Until this area, which is your most logical level, which is your partial level. See here, this is partial level, 29 handle. Don't hold it until this area. Put it little below, 25 handle, because your brother told me 15 to 25 area is the most logical area to take the partial. Most logical area to take the partial. Take the partial over there, hold your trade until this area. There is nothing wrong, man. When you will take the partial, at least close maximum portion of your trade, I mean contract size. That means if you take 5 contract entry, close 3, at least 3 over there. If you take 4 contract entry, close at least 3 closed over there. At least 3 should be closed over there. Now you have taken 9 contract entry, at least close 5 over there. That means you will divide it like 50% and make it 50% plus 1. If it is 9, then like 448, 549. So you will close 5. If you take 3 contract entry, you will close 2 contract over there. If you take 4 contract entry, you will close 3 contract over there. 5 contract entry, you will close 3 contract over there. Because you will let rest of 2, you will let them go. This is called trading, man. All you have to understand is why you are looking for buy, why you are not looking for sell. Now you are good. Maybe I'm just giving you the buying example because I'm looking for buy. If you are looking for selling example, of course you can frame the sell setup. I'm just not going over there because I believe this market will go higher. So I'm giving you the example of buying only. I got a loss here, right? Around this area I got a loss. Do I really care about that? 11 handle loss. Do I really care about that? I know that I will catch that huge profit over here. Even if I'm not able to get that huge profit, at least I will get 15 to 20 handle profit after mitigating my loss here. I know that I will get it. So why I'm worrying about that? High probable is something where you will put your stop loss. Your maximum stop loss should be there. For example, this is the high probable entry. Why? Because you have the inverse gap or you have the 22 YT model. So either way, if you take the entry from this 22 YT model, you should cover the stop loss until that low. It is 27 handle, huge. No, I'm not interested to go for it. Until 20. 20 is going to cover here. Okay, I'm going to take that huge risk over here because this is a setup. You have the setup over here. You have the logic over here to think about that buy. Where? Until this buy side liquidity. Until here. After taking the partial. If you think that, no, I don't want to take the entry from there. I would love to take the entry from this order block, which is a low probable entry. Now you will start to worry about this stop loss. It should be less than 12 handle. Now, two things you can do. First, you can compromise your entry where you will have an opportunity to miss that trade, or you can compromise your stop loss. Okay, so something like that here. Something like that. You have to compromise your stop loss. You can't put it here, which is 17 handle. Now you can say, brother, 5 handle doesn't matter. In this type of situation, if you can't move it, you have to minimize your contract size. So you wanted to take 5 mini contract entry. Now you can't go for that 5 mini contract entry. You have to go for 2 or 3, lowest leverage entry for the low probable trade. Why it's too difficult, man? But I can't do this in my life. Because if I'm wrong, trust me, man, in the comment box, you guys will start to talk about a lot of things. And I can't just, what do you say? I don't know, man. Hey, Casey, Jeff, that's the trade I took. Oh, okay. That's cool, man. That's cool, man. Congratulations. I hope that you took the partial. I always care about the partial, man. That's all, man. I'm sorry. I really talked much. I didn't want to hold it here. Okay, so is that clear? Whatever I explained here, 2 partial just taken. Okay, if you take the 2 partial, then hold it until this area, man. I believe it will come here. Trust me. And now I'm not saying it to you to hold it, but if you want, you can hold it until this area. I believe it will just not exactly over there. Just make it 1 tick or 1 handle below that midnight open. 1 tick or 1 handle below that midnight open. Hold it until this area by trailing your stop loss. I'm not saying it, okay? Just manage your trade by yourself. You are the best, man. I'm no one. Boom. So anybody? So you mean S&P trades last parabolic gap, NQ, market beautiful order block, no T2, you are the best. No, don't say like that. Okay, thank you guys for being over here. Before closing, I really would love to tell you that please don't forget to push the like button. And for Apex 19th, 19th February is the last date for 80% discount. Please use this code, not the T2 wizard for Apex. Use this code, okay? Not the other code, T2 wizard. This code would be really, I'll I'll be appreciated. It will be appreciated, man. And my English is bullshit. Don't focus about there. Please make sure that you have pushed the like button. And for the take profit trader, use the code Wizard for my funded futures. Thank you. So see you guys until the next day. Cheers. Take care. Take care of your family. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.